stream. 15 points for everybody's points cards tonight.
Ooh.
Nerissa, you buying charms?
Hold on a second. I'm getting to my points card here.
What do you mean?
Yes, I'm gonna get a grand charm because I have. Wait, what's 95 plus 15? 110?
Maths.
I'm so good at it. Actually, though,
good.
having to do too much math was the reason I quit my last job. I was not about that shit. I was like, no, I want to go be Miss Frizzle instead. Fuck that.
I just learned the other day, and maybe this is just me, but the original Miss Frizzle was voiced by Lily Tomlin,
Yeah.
and I didn't know
My
that. It was like
hero.
I literally just like explosion went off. I was like, ah, yes, lesbian awakening. This makes so much more sense.
So
like,
much sense. Yeah, Lily Tomlin. I love her.
yeah.
Yeah, Miss Frizzle is a personal hero. I am an actual school bus driver now, and it is 1,000% because of her.
I still like that video where it's like, they have to fire her because she like brought the bus into like a student's body without their permission, like parents' permission or whatever.
I would just love to see the scene of like Miss Frizzle bringing the bus to the mechanic shop, and the bus just being like, "You don't know the things I've seen."
Like a fucking nom flashback.
Yeah, just like drinking gouts of oil in a bar, like.
I imagine the scene from The Fifth Element where he pulls in at the end of the day after he's gotten shot up by the police and everything else, and he pulls it back into the garage and it's just smoking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing. But yes, I'm going to get a grand charm. So now I only have 10 points.
Let's roll a grand charm. You gonna get any regular charms too with your 10 points? Or just a grand?
You know what? Fuck it. Let's go big or go home.
All in!
Yeah.
You're just spending everything?
Why not?
Fuck yeah!
Well,
Alright, we'll start with your two
it's
regular
not like
charms.
we're all gonna die today.
We'll start with your two regular charms. Your first
Okay.
first regular charm is a missile charm.
Ooh.
Second regular charm is an elevation charm.
What are those two?
Missile
Oh
charm
my.
just basically gives you a single cast, like shot of magic missile.
At everything in range.
Amazing.
Any number of creatures, and everybody gets hit for 1d4 plus 1.
Yeah.
Let's
I
go.
mean,
And you can use it twice.
Damn. Yeah, that'll be good.
And then elevation charm, oldie but a goodie.
you know, if you were... If this was 2nd edition D&D and you got XP based on how many enemies you actually hit in combat, that you know...
Hey, look, flock of
Some people
seagulls.
that way. Right?
Just Jesus with the fish. Yeah.
Missile charm. Yes, yes. I killed fish. 1 XP each.
All right,
Let's go farm some boars, guys.
Nerissa, your grand charm is the grand charm of perfect health. You are immune to all diseases and poisons, and you have advantage on Constitution saving throws.
I love that because I tend to take a lot of damage. So
Good for that's a good one for casters. For
Uh,
that, concentration check.
Fletcher,
amazing.
Yes.
you getting any charms tonight?
Just a regular. You know what? I want 2 regular charms.
Two
I'll
regular
spend 10.
charms. Okay.
That's 10 points, right?
Yep. Your first regular charm is a crenellation charm. Your second...
Cool, so now I have 2 of those.
Nice. Again, we'll get to like re-rolling charms and how that works after
Anyways.
if you want to do that. But your second charm that you get is a freezing charm.
Cool.
I don't think we've seen that one yet either.
That's cool.
You mean like ice paths and stuff.
Ah, I'm just Elsa from Frozen. Got it.
That crenellation charm would be good for somebody who's arranged.
Yeah, I have one already.
I have because I think it was maybe Sunday where we discussed it. They were asking if they could trade charms, which for the physical, like you can't trade grand charms. For the regular charms, I would allow trading of those charms if you wanted to trade one to somebody else, but not if it has like multiple uses and has already been used once. So if it's a 3 out of 3 and you've already used it, it's kind of like bonded to you at that point. But if you haven't used it yet and you want to like just give it to somebody else, that's fine.
Yeah, I mean, if someone wants my second Crelination charm, you can have it. I don't really want anything in return, but I already have one and I haven't used
Might be
it.
good for Jesus as a
Yeah.
You also have the option of re-rolling by like you burn 3 charms to re-roll a new one. So if you have an abundance of charms and you want to get rid of a few to try and roll for something better, you have that option as well. Jesus.
I'm gonna roll for 1 charm. 1 regular charm.
It's a platform charm. Mr. Brunk.
I'm gonna follow her suit. I'm gonna spend them all. I'm getting 1 regular and a grand.
1 regular and a
Nice.
grand.
Yep.
Your regular charm first is a charm of augmentation. Oh, this one's a cool one.
Oh yeah, that could be fun.
You get the choice of like 5 different abilities.
Ooh, booster legs.
Booster legs. And your grand charm.
Come on, big money.
Grand charm of the Polar Spirit. You have immunity to cold damage, and you can cast Ice Knife at will without using a spell slot or any components.
That's cool.
Brunk, we could be Elsa and Anya. it's just Fletcher and Brunk just doing Let It Go with ice.
I love it. I have, before we get into game, I have a question that is irrelevant, but about semantics.
Okay.
I have the grand charm of speed, as you know, because I'm very fast.
Yeah.
It says when you gain this charm, an arcane symbol appears on your ankle. Nerissa doesn't have ankles.
So it would appear on your fin.
Okay.
Whatever
that's dope.
whatever the closest to your ankle would be.
Like the bottom part that
The tail fin,
flows
yeah.
out. Okay, cool. Like I said, irrelevant, just about semantics.
The
I wonder if it like appears like in your like scales somehow, like you just like end up getting like this
the
like
scales are like different.
they like change like colors and then you like
I've got
eventually
like
just
one
get this
rainbow
like
fish scale.
yeah.
There we go.
I looked over at the screen and Flash was just like
Oh my goodness.
Oh, so good.
We're gonna get her a ring that gives her people legs, so she can be like Ariel.
Ooh.
We can make it happen.
Okay, but I get to wear the seed necklace that keeps her voice.
Somebody's got to have a dinglehopper though, or whatever that thing was called.
I think it was,
Thingamabob.
yeah. Or a thingamabob, yeah.
Oh,
The
wow,
fork was a
okay.
dingle hopper.
Did it automatically add the ice knife?
No, I just did that.
Oh, well, that was nice of you.
I'm
Thank you.
a fast DM.
Cool.
I'll let you add your immunity to ice yourself.
Oh. You could do that too.
I can do it if you want me to. I didn't.
You know how to do it easily.
Oh yeah, I'm already here.
Quickly, just go.
Already here.
It's okay.
You already know what it is. And as long as you dragged the grand charm over, we're good. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Perfect. And we're all set. Looking backwards. Hold on 1 second. And by that I mean last time on Cleaning Crew Z. So you guys started off at the Oasis, having just traveled the road from Tramala, heading towards Mercana, but on the way you were attacked by a bunch of these like feral shadow jackals with some good teamwork and a lot of radiant damage, you are able to take care of them and able to move along. But deciding to stop to take a rest, you find this oasis with this beautiful building that's kind of like maybe like a mansion, or not a mansion, but it's like a ritzy building that's been turned into like a church. There you meet Amira Brightsong and Sandor. Amira being a cleric of a goddess that she calls Eldeth, who she claims is like this goddess of the goddess of the lake, or like kind of like maiden of the people. She welcomes you all. She heals you. Says, like, our facilities are for everyone to use, so you have access to be able to use like the fishing rods there if you want to go fishing. There's an abundance of fish in the lake. You can go ahead and swim, like, and grab whatever you want to do. Have fun. A couple of things happened. Fletcher. Oh, before anything happened, there was kind of a discussion of morality, of like where on that like moral line you fall in the quests that you've done so far. There was a bit of discussion about this healing crystal and how it relates to the crystal of your ship. Fletcher decided to learn how to fish. Went fishing for the first time. Didn't have much luck with catching too much. I think he had tried to kind of attach a spear or something, javelin to the fishing pole to try and enhance it somehow, which did not work. And he actually ended up deciding to like cut his own line before the fishing rod was destroyed. But you got your first.
Can you remind me who I was fishing with? Like the person I broke the rod?
Oh, it was this person, Malia.
Thank you.
Who like, yeah, like Fletcher, like while she was trying to cast a line and catch something, like tried to like fucking like ghost like hands around to try and like grab the pole with her to try and grab the fish, and pissed her off after her rod broke. Nerissa first went to talk to Jenny, trying to scope out to see if Jenny had like any clue of what had happened with the whole the wallfish Jasper, but she didn't seem to mention anything yet. Instead, talking about a prank that she had pulled on somebody on the boat, probably Barnabas. Jesus and Fletcher tried to learn how to swim. Fletcher took to the water like a duck. Jesus sank like a stone every time, got very frustrated, and said, "Fuck swimming." Nerissa decided to start searching the lake. Met a Gripply named Mervis, who was just kind of minding his business, doing a little bit of like fishing off on the side. And she found a chest that she decided to try to poke and prod at with one of his fishing tools, and woke up a giant mimic that was not only kind of like just like sitting at the bottom of the lake, but was also blocking a cave entrance. Once the mimic was taken care of, first by Nerissa, like Nerissa was like attacked right away, but the rest of the crew kind of jumped in to save her, full hero style. You did fend off the mimic and found this cave entrance. Nerissa and Brunk swam in through the tunnel into a hidden cave where they saw several creatures that Nerissa identified as scum. These being creatures that are normally minions of a larger and more intense creature called an aboleth. That were on the walls. They didn't move. If they noticed, they didn't show any kind of signification that you noticed, and they were so still, like you could swear they were statues at first. They blended with the wall, and it was only like you saw their shape and form when you looked closer. But in that entire time, you didn't see them move once. You decided to try and warn Amira and the other people about the potential danger. And Amira just was like, no, it's fine. Eldith will take care of us. You know, don't worry about it. Don't disturb the nature here, or don't do it. You know, just let it be. If it whatever will be, will be. Which Nerissa found quite suspicious. And that's we kind of left off with the group like at this kind of standstill of like, do we deal with this? Do we try to block this off? There's still other like places to explore, and things to find in the Oasis. So as we pick up, where do we pick up with the crew?
If Nerissa has just told us that like everything's gonna be fine and that we shouldn't worry.
To be clear, I do not think everything is fine, and we should worry a lot. And in fact, the fact that they are not worried because their god will take care of it makes me much, much more worried.
Okay, so do we want to do something? Do we want to do a thing? Is there something we can even do?
That is a good question.
I'm not allowed to cut down a tree. I remember being told explicitly.
Yeah,
That I can't do that.
remember that, unfortunately, as well.
I did have an idea.
What is it?
If we, I think Jenny has revivify scrolls. If we could find a bit of the mimic, just revive the mimic and put it back, and hope, and see if we could find a way.
And
to
hope the
calm it
mimic
down.
doesn't attack us in the process?
Yeah. Did we take any of the grappling hooks with us from the ship? I was thinking we could tie it down to the bottom of the entrance of the cave somehow. If we took any of the grappling hooks.
I didn't know we had hooks.
I do not have any grappling hooks in my inventory.
I'm like
I have
rifling
a-
through my bag, like.
I have a looter's claw. That's not a grappling hook, though.
I do have rope. I don't know if rope would be enough to hold it.
Sorry, what are we holding? Like, you want to put the
We wanna
mimic
put the
back
mimic
and
back.
then tie it with rope to keep it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Like, we want
Oh.
to do the equivalent of walking into a door that's, like, full of chaos and then being like, oh, and, like, closing the door and walking back out. That's what you're suggesting, right, Jesus? I'm understanding correctly? You want to just
that's what I'm suggesting.
put the mimic
That's the
back
only thing I can think of.
and be like, Because with the hole unplugged, those things can get out, but with it plugged, they were contained, at least for now, it seemed.
I have a hunting trap, like a bear trap,
Oh.
that we could put in front. Now, the only problem is that someone has to step on it to trigger it. So we would have to maybe make some kind of, I don't know, secondary trigger that like a rock falls on it or something. Because if you just swim by it, I don't think that it would. It's like pressure activated. So
Oh,
if they
okay,
swim
so we
by
need
it,
to, like, press a
that's
button
not
of
it.
some sort
Yeah.
with something.
But like I have a hunting trap that's attached to a chain. As long as I attach the chain to something, we could put it there. Or we could leave it and never come back to this place. Brunk, what do you think?
I'm not really sure how many options we have here. They told us they didn't want us digging up a tree. I don't think we can find a big rock to... Or maybe we can find a big rock. Maybe we can move...
Sure,
a
Nerissa, can you go
big
scout
rock
for
over here?
rocks?
Like one
I
of the
could
rocks
scout for rocks.
It's on the shoreline or something. Like there's a rock over there. It's not too big over here. Just over there, yonder. Over there. And he's pointing to this spot over here on the right.
Yeah, I see that boulder.
Yeah, that one. That one. He's like, that one looks kind of little. Or we could grab the one that Lyric's been sunbathing on with Jenny. If we could move it. But I don't know if we're strong enough to move it.
Yeah, it looks pretty massive.
It would be cool if we had somebody who could do like transmute the rock into something like, I don't know, more rock or something.
Yeah.
But then again, maybe their god will maybe they're right and their god will protect them. I mean, I don't want to be callous, but you know, they've got faith, and I'm a big believer in faith. So maybe they'll be okay. But I know I know for sure that we can't take on the creatures that are down there right now. We're not.
Yeah, no, I am not about
Would
trying to
Brunk
fight
know
them.
that? I mean,
There's a
you
lot
would know that, but
of
I don't.
scary looking critters.
Yeah.
There's a lot of scary looking critters.
I feel like Nerissa would know that based on the knowledge you said I had last time.
Yes, but also based on the knowledge you like I gave
For
you
me, it's
last.
just numbers.
Yeah.
For me, it's just what we saw down there in numbers.
Yeah. And the information, like, you know what they are because of like
She
legends.
hasn't told us. I don't know if she's told us what they are or not.
Mm-hmm.
If she does, then even more so. But
Yeah. Nerissa, you know them based on legend. Like, you've never actually seen them.
Oh, okay.
I also have a question. Does Nerissa know anything, or like can make a check for knowing anything about this goddess, since it's like a goddess of like the waters and of like lake? Would that mesh with any of her background?
I don't know.
Like, have you heard of this god? Does this god seem chill? Is my question. Or is this like a water god you've never heard of ever?
I want to say probably not likely.
Yeah, I'm a saltwater fish, not a freshwater fish, so I don't know. I don't really mesh with lakes usually. Speaking of which, am I having trouble swimming in this lake?
Nah, you're fine.
Okay, thank you.
Now that we mention it, you're just
There's
like
no
skin is
salt
like
in
boiling.
you need to moisturize.
You got like freshwater, like you've dealt with both saltwater and freshwater, and like once you get deep enough in the Oasis, because you did do like a little dive down, you do notice that it becomes kind of like a blend of both, like going out into sea, like a saltwater.
Okay, so I don't need to worry about like breaking out into hives or anything.
Right.
It's like it's so itchy.
Okay. Well, it seems like we can't really do anything right now in this moment.
Unless we
Worst
were to
case-
go with Jesus' idea of trying to revivify the mimic.
Okay, like, do we even see like, is that even possible? Do we see pieces of it?
Yeah,
around in the water?
it melted into goo.
Okay, so
that's
It's
not an option then. There's
not an
nothing left
option.
of it to revive.
It would be a pretty high investigation check to try and find remnants of remnants of it specifically underwater. I'll never say never. I will let you roll for it, but I'm letting you know it would be impressively high.
I'll look for it. I'll go down and look underwater.
All right, Nerissa, give me an investigation. Let's see.
Any chance I can argue for having advantage because I am a creature of the water?
I'll give it to you.
Fuck yeah.
22 is not enough. You find nothing.
That's fair.
You find none of this creature.
That's
You
valid.
have just realized that this is fresh water.
My skin. That is valid.
I will say.
I think we should. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say doing another loop around though in the lake, trying to like find this like remnant of sludge. You do scope that other chest again.
Yeah, I want to go to that.
Why don't we just? Okay, what if there's a chance that one's a mimic too, but what if it's not, and we can just put that chest over here?
I think that's what we should do.
Or what if it is a mimic and we just like lure it over with like treats or something?
Wild.
Girl, go quiet.
All right, let's go over there and check out that chest together. I don't want to be attacked by a mimic alone again.
I guess, Jesus, you might have to stay on the rock. Unless we can get a turtle to, like, port you over.
Where's my tank during all this? Can you just take a ride in my tank?
Are you in the tank, though?
No, I'm swimming in the water.
Does your tank, like,
No, you
like a
need
self-driving
to be
boat?
No, she needs to be in the tank to operate it.
Yeah.
This-
So you could. It is bathtub size, so we could both squish. Do you want to get in my tank with me, Jesus?
Yeah, we've established that it can carry 2 people, but she is the primary driver. It's like her wheelchair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's basically
Yeah,
like
I'll
the
get
equivalent of like a little Tykes car with a side cart. That's the size we're talking.
Alright, I hop into your tank.
Hell yeah.
Let's go.
I'll just swim over. I'll just do a little backstroke.
Sounds good.
It'll take me a while. You guys, you go ahead. I'm just behind you. Just gonna move it so slowly over. Okay, are you gonna make me do any checks, or could I just swim right to this rock?
Jesus, come with me.
I'll let you swim over to the rock. I gave you a swim speed last time.
Phew. Oh, it's so fast. Okay, I'm gonna walk over to where the chest is.
Well, yeah, you're gonna have. So it is like a little bit deeper down, like nestled at the bottom of this like top rock. Looks like a rock that's like
Okay.
on top of another rock, or maybe like this is like the top of this like giant rock in the water.
I'll get down to like the lowest ledge that I can.
And are you doing it? Are you trying to check to see if it's trapped?
I would
or
like to
anything?
check first. I would
So
like to check.
I was
for traps.
gonna give Nerissa my javelin to
like,
poke
poke
the
at,
chest with.
prod
Yeah.
it. Similarly to how I found out the last one was a mimic. Before I do that, can I check to see if it's a mimic? And once again, can I argue for advantage on the grounds that I literally just got fooled by one and fooled me once?
Yeah, I'll give you advantage on the check.
All right, investigation.
You're checking. You're trying to see if it's a mimic. I think it's perception here.
Perception.
You don't. It doesn't strike you as mimic-like.
The last one didn't either, guys. I think it might be a mimic.
Okay, poke it with the stick.
All right, here's the thing though. If it is a mimic, should we try to like lure it over, or like do we have like a net or something we can try to trap it with to like get it over to block the other hole?
And how does a mimic move?
Well, usually.
Is he, when the chest, if it is a mimic, when it is moving, is it like hopping on the floor, or is it like bobbing like a fish?
You don't know. You barely got to see it move.
I don't know. Nerissa, how does it move?
I don't think we let it move last time.
That is so
We didn't give it much of a chance to move.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind.
It used pseudopods to like climb up onto the rock, but like.
Oh yeah. So it's kind of like tentacly.
As you can, I have my hunting trap. We can put it like in front of it, so if it moves, it would like technically hit the hunting trap.
Does your hunting trap like actually like hold on to things so we could like transport it?
I don't know.
How does your hunting trap work?
I use an action to set it. It's basically like a bear trap, so it's like a sawtooth steel ring that snaps shut when a creature steps on a pressure plate in the center. The trap is affixed with a heavy chain. And in order to break free, it has to do a strength check.
Okay.
So, like, technically, I guess it does hold it. It does say that the trap has to be affixed. The trap is affixed by a heavy chain to an immobile object, so I have to, like, tie it to a rock or something.
Yeah. Okay.
But also, this
Does
could just
anyone
be a chest.
have a net? It
I
could
don't have
just
a
be a
net.
chest.
Yeah.
Well, if we get it to attack us and then like just lure it over to that
Yeah.
area. But then how do we get it to just go back to being like mimicking a chest again?
Yeah,
How do you unmimic a mimic?
That's gonna be a book you find someday.
How to unmimic a mimic?
Yeah, it's gonna be like 20 sessions later, and you're just gonna find a library and be like, I look at a book, and it's gonna be how to unmimic a mimic.
A field guide. Does it just go back to mimicking if we like if it realizes it can't get us anymore and like it thinks we've just left the vicinity? How heavy does this chest look?
It's a fairly large chest. It looks
Okay, so I
fairly
can't
hefty.
mage hand it. I can't just mage hand it over.
Dimension door to move it over, but if it is a mimic, then it wouldn't move.
Dimension door? Like you could what does dimension door do again? Like can you actually just like have a portal door from like one place to the other?
Yeah, but it has to be a willing creature. It could be an item.
If it willingly chases us through the portal.
Oh no, I couldn't. Well, no, no. If it's if it's more than my carry weight, I can't bring it either.
There.
Okay. Not what I was hoping to be able to do.
Okay.
Okay, with this.
Just take chances. Make
Can
mistakes.
Yes.
mimics talk or be spoken to? Like do they have a language that they speak or understand?
That's a good question. I don't think so. I don't think they're just amorphous blobs that eat things that they touch.
Okay.
They're more of like a reactionary predator.
Okay.
Like a Venus flytrap,
Okay.
but shaped like things you like.
Fletcher's just gonna say, "Oh, enough with this already," and throw their second javelin. I'm just gonna throw it at the chest.
You throw it. You throw it.
I'm gonna throw my javelin at the chest.
Give me. Oh, I need a precision check here. I'm gonna call it a sleight of hand.
Sure thing.
Because it's not about how hard you can throw here. You can obviously throw it hard enough to be able to get the chest, but I want to know if you are able to throw it with the accuracy, accounting for the subtle waves in the water. 18, hell yeah.
Hey, I spearfish in the river, in the stream. Just
19, sorry. Yeah, it slams into the chest, like, not hard enough to pierce it, but hard enough that it hits it, and, like, you even hear the kind of thunk under the water, and then you watch as it kind of, like, slides off the chest, but nothing happens.
Nothing happens?
Oh.
Great, it's fine. Open the chest. Bring me back my javelin.
That's so hilariously anticlimactic.
just like...
Alright, let's go. Is it locked?
When you try to open it, it is locked. It looks like it's got, like, a big padlock on it.
I could use shatter on it to try and break it.
I think I have thieves' tools, don't I?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot.
Jesus just wants to shatter everything in this in this lake.
I wanted an excuse to use it.
Can I try lock picking it?
You could try picking the lock, yeah.
Jesus just like in
do
the corner
I
with
put the
shatter
dice
ready.
beside my thieves' tools? Is that how I...
Roll them thieves' tools. 15 will do it.
That was so close to a nat 1. So it like went to 1 and then tipped back to 7, and then with my pluses. Jesus. That could have been bad.
Of all the things that you have not practiced underwater, picking locks underwater has been one of them. It just hasn't happened yet. You have found...
I feel like in my background, that would have been something. I blew up I'm an eco-terrorist on the run.
It's been a while since you've done it.
Did you blow up something underwater? Or I thought you blew up like an oil rig.
Are those not in the water?
If you blew it up, you either like... If you blew it up from the inside, the locks would be on like a land surface because like those facilities are made for air-breathing humans.
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's fair.
Hold on. Let me unlock this chest.
I'm just trying to argue that I'm cooler than I am.
Alright, you should be able to just click on this chest here in that square in front of you, and it should open. Like, double click.
Sweet. There's a treasure map! And armor, and a whistle, and a questing blade.
Ooh.
And 50 platinum.
50 platinum? Holy shit. Do we want to split it 4 ways? What do we all get?
Sure. Me.
Everybody gets 12, and there's 2 left over in the chest.
Give it to Nerissa. She was the one doing the hard work for the checking if it's a mimic.
Alright.
Of all the items in here, Brunk, for you, the questing blade, right now, the questing blade to anybody else but a paladin looks like just a regular longsword, but to you, it doesn't look like anything yet. It looks like this kind of, like, blob that is ever changing. It looks like it wants to take the shape of a weapon, but can't decide what it wants to be. You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, sorry. What's so I'm like peering in at the pile of stuff. I'm like, oh, a whistle. Oh, I don't know if I need that. I don't know what it does. I don't need armor. Ooh. Is there like pictures and stuff on that piece of paper?
Looks like it's a treasure map.
What's that globby stuff in there?
What globby stuff? All I see is a sword.
What sword?
That sword right there, Brunk.
That's not a
I'm
sword.
gonna like pick it up and be like, this one, and, like hand it to him. A sword.
Like, what does it look like when she picks it up and it like goes to hand it to me?
When she picks it up, she would see it as a long sword, but you still see it as like this. It looks like it's almost like made of light. You can't tell if it's a metal or if it's like an energy, and it just keeps kind of like swirling and moving into different shapes. Like, looks like it wants to be a hammer, and then kind of like loses the shape again, and then becomes like sword like, and then becomes like a trident, and then becomes like something else. Like, it keeps like shifting and morphing.
It's like it keeps like changing shape and stuff. That's weird.
It's changing shape.
Yeah, like it looks like a sword, and then it looks like a hammer, then it looks like a pitchfork, then it looks like a dagger, then it looks like it just keeps it's different.
I'm gonna like just put my hand on your forehead and be like, "Are you feeling okay, Brunk?"
Oh well, I mean, I've got a little sun here, but like I think I'm fine. I don't. Do I look sick?
No, and I mean like you feel fine, but
I don't think I've
I'm
reached.
just seeing a long sword here, and then like, what do you guys see?
I don't know that I haven't reached the point yet where I don't get sick. So, like, I'm just like, oh no, wait a minute. I'm immune to disease. So yeah, I wouldn't be like catching a cold or anything. I should be fine.
Yeah.
Like that's weird. What? I don't.
Yeah, Fletcher will also look at the sword and like hold it, kind of like scratch at it, put it like in their mouth.
Sniff it. Scratch and
Yeah,
sniff.
be like, yeah, and just we're like, yep, looks like a sword to me, and hand it back. What's all this though? I'm gonna hold up the whistle. Anybody? Can I blow on the whistle? I blow the whistle. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna blow the whistle. It's a whistle. What happens?
So when you do, you and up to 4 willing creatures of your choice within 30 feet that can hear the whistle are affected by your choice of either water breathing or the water walk spell.
Cool.
That would have been.
But
last
do I know
session.
that? Do I just blow the whistle and nothing happens?
I'm going to say because of the nature of the whistle, you wouldn't know everything about it, but it would almost like give you that choice of like breathe water or walk on water.
I'm gonna take the whistle and be like,
That's
Jesus,
cool.
I think you might need this, and pass it to Jesus. It will allow you to walk on water, which
Hey, there's
think
a
is
mermaid
thing
on
you
it.
can do.
It looks like Nerissa.
Thank you, Fletcher.
call it the
I'm
Nerissa
new to this.
The Nerissa.
Jesus is going to blow the Nerissa whistle.
The Nerissa.
No, Nerissa.
Hey, Jesus, blow the Nerissa.
Because of my Outlander feat, I'm pretty good with maps. So I'll take a look at the treasure map and hold on to it if that's cool with people. Doesn't really matter, but apparently I'm good with maps. My Wanderer feat, sorry, not my Outlander.
Sure.
Cool. So I will take the treasure map.
Can I look at the armor a bit more, or is there anything special about the armor from what I can tell?
Yeah, it looks like it's made of a giant shell. Hold on.
Cool.
It's like a shell like fashioned into armor. The front is adorned with that shell design, and it's got a pearlescent shimmer.
That's so pretty.
Try it on. I think it might be your size, Nerissa.
I was just about to say, does it look like it'll fit?
I'm like trying to put it up on me, and it's like way too big.
I'm gonna try it on. What happens when I try it on?
When you put it on, it does require
You get
attunement, but I'll
legs.
say like 10 minutes is the thing. And you understand the nature of the armor. So it gives +1 like AC, so you still get like an AC increase. It also lets you breathe underwater and give you a swimming speed equal to your walking speed.
I already have that.
Yeah.
Would anyone
Well,
else
let me
like
see,
to be
is it-
better?
Is it adjustable in any way? Can we make it maybe make it a crop top? Can we cut it here or like, how we...
It is a magic item, so it would shrink to size.
Holy shit! It's like those girls in Greece. Traveling pants. Thank you. It's the Sisterhood of the Traveling Armor.
Yes.
I mean, unless Brunk wants to swim underwater.
What?
Do you want
No,
this armor?
I like my armor. I
Okay.
like my armor. It's very nice.
You take the armor.
Yeah, I'll take. If we can make it fit me, and as long as it's magical and it will fit my tiny little body, I will take the armor, I guess.
The only problem with you taking the armor is you will lose your unarmored defense from your barbarian.
I mean, that's a trade-off.
Yeah, that's fine. I need to be able to breathe underwater, I think.
It
I'm
depends.
not
It really
useful.
depends on whether or not that impacts anything else that he does. Like if being armored will impact any other ability. If it just takes, I can't remember, and it's been forever since I played a barbarian,
Mhm.
and I haven't looked up the rules, but it would only impact something if it's like if you have an ability that says you can only do this while unarmored,
So
then you can't do that.
Rage specifically says you gain the following benefits if you aren't wearing heavy armor. And this is only medium. So you still wouldn't lose your rage. You would lose your
Okay.
unarmored defense.
You just trade that for the armor thing, yeah.
Reckless is fine.
I mean, if he doesn't lose his rage, then he's probably not losing anything else. Nothing.
Yeah, I
major.
don't think I lose anything else.
What about his movement? What about fast movement?
Fast movement.
That could be the one thing I could see that would
Same
change it.
thing while you aren't wearing heavy armor. So medium armor's allowed.
So it's medium armor. It's fine. Okay, there you go. Rock on.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on. It will be a little bit too big, and I'm gonna turn to Nerissa and be like, "Do you think you could do anything about this over to the?"
Don't magic armors usually just adjust?
They do. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
It's just
Oh,
funny. that
wait,
he's
never
like-
mind.
he's like,
I'm just gonna like knock on it and be like, "Come on."
But
Too tight.
it would take like 10 minutes to attune. So it would be like, oh yeah, it needs to be. As you're like doing measurements, it just like sucks into place.
Hold on, I think I just. Okay, there we go. Yeah, all right. How do I look?
All right,
Got
it.
Fletcher, grab the armor
Silly.
from the chest.
Yes. And we split.
So
the
who's holding the
platinum,
blade
right?
right now?
I think you have to take
I
it.
handed it to you.
Oh,
Yeah.
you did hand it to me. Okay,
Yeah.
because I didn't realize we'd gotten to that point where you'd actually handed it to me. Okay,
Yeah,
so
I took it and I was like, "Look, it's just a normal longsword."
Well,
Like shoved it into
like
your hand.
as she
basically.
goes to hand it to me, I'm gonna like hold both hands out and I'm gonna be like, because I don't know what the hell she's, what it. I mean, it just because it doesn't look, it keeps changing
Yeah.
appearance to me. So it's
And
like
I hand it to you like it's nothing, because to me it's just a normal sword.
You're just like, just take the damn thing.
Yeah. What are you being weird about? Come on.
I'm telling you, it doesn't look like it. It will not stay in one form.
Well, I think the fact that it's weird for you means that you probably have something special about it. So
You gripping onto this like form changing blob. I don't know if we've actually really discussed it yet. Like, who is your god? Like, who is Brunk's god?
Brunk's god, currently, the one that he follows is Cord. So Cord is like a god of athletes and kind of athletes. Well, crap. Let me
Yeah, let
let
me.
me pull up Cord in front of me.
I feel like a bad.
I
time
picked
for
him
that.
because of the whole background with the whole athlete Olympian thing that I chose for him for his background. I thought it was just kind of the appropriate. So he's a god of strength and storms. He's originally a Greyhawk deity. Titles is the Brawler, Um, so
Oh.
and he's a celestial type deity, so that is fitting as well. Athletics, sports, brawling, strength, courage.
Brunk, you
Um,
are swallowed in this bright light, and you guys watch as when Brunk kind of like holds on to the sword or the sword. You watch as now you're seeing the same thing that he saw, where it becomes this amorphous glowing blob that gets brighter and brighter until it almost blinds you for a second, but when you can see again, Brunk is gone.
Not a sword. Not a sword. Definitely was not a sword.
Brunk.
Brunk,
Frog.
Brunk.
Brunk, you
Look under the water.
the bright light blinds you as well, and as you start to gain vision again, you hear kind of like a clink, a rhythmic clink, like clink, clink, clink. And as your eyes adjust, you look over to see like this like very large, like gotta be like, when I say large, I mean godlike large. I mean like massive.
right.
A looch,
Like perspective wise,
huge.
bigger than me. Yeah.
Yeah. You see he is wearing like a lucha libre mask. And like spandex. And the rhythmic clink is him like pumping iron, like just like lifting these weights. It's like this like, it looks like a weight set, but it looks like a weight set if it was made by Nerissa. Like it like it like the
Like it's a machine of some kind.
yeah.
Like it's like I can see it moving and there's weight that's being moved and stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah. You know, like the ones at the gym that they're attached to weights and they've got like the tethers that you pull.
yeah,
It's like
sure.
it's like that, but instead of like kind of like a plastic cable, instead it's like full on just chains and they're glowing. Um and every time he pulls and his muscles like close together, the whole area just rumbles.
But I don't recognize this person or this entity, this being, whoever this is. This doesn't, or does it ring as I'm looking at a representation of Cord?
I think, yeah, you would know that you're looking at a representation of Cord.
Okay.
He goes 19, 20,000, or 99, 20,000. Drops, and again, like there's like a rumble and shake, and almost like you can see like cracks form in the ground as he like drops the weights down. He's like, ah! Turns around and looks at you, and he says, "Well, Brunk, it's about time that you found that."
Well, was I supposed to be looking for something?
It was supposed to find you.
Oh. Are you talking about the sword
Yes.
thing?
Yes.
And am I holding the sword thing now? Like
It's still like this amorphous blob that is like
Okay.
forming in your hands. He's like, what you hold is limitless potential. It will aid you on your quest, and it will also lead you to something greater. To
Will it
find
help me fight the shadow creatures? Because those things are pretty nasty.
I think you're managing so far.
Yeah, but I'm afraid that they're gonna hurt a lot of people. That they're gonna swallow us up like a big wave in the ocean.
Through it, my will is done. Using this weapon,
Okay.
yes, it will help you with the shadows. But
What
right
should it be?
now, it is shapeless because it is waiting for you to choose what you want it to be.
Will it be just one thing?
It can be anything, Brunk.
It can change at any time. And I start thinking about the fact that I know that one of the primary weapons that Cord wields, like his main deific weapon, is a greatsword. So I start thinking about a greatsword.
You think about a greatsword and it starts to take form, like almost like nanotech that is starting to spread out and take shape into like something solid. Um
Like
it
liquid metal.
like liquid metal, like it just forms into shape into this great sword. What do you imagine this great sword of Cord would look like?
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna imagine the damn thing is uh I mean, probably a bright, shiny steel sword. I don't know if I would say like mithril steel or something like that, but definitely going to be a strong metal because he is a god of strength. It's probably going to be a very big, heavy blade, like kind of Cloud from Final Fantasy cleaver type big blade. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I can imagine that a god of strength and fighting, if he's going to swing this thing, it's going to be heavy. It's going to cleave like a great sword or like a great axe would. Um, so yeah, like a big oversized blade with a long handle because you're gonna need leverage to wield that thing. I don't know if it would. I mean, it might have a cross guard, but I don't know if it. I'm sitting here thinking because I'm thinking of that big cleaver style blade there.
I don't think it would
don't
have
know
a
if it would.
cross guard.
Like the blade's bigger. The blade would essentially protect his hands already. He doesn't. If it's an oversized blade like what I'm picturing, you don't need a cross guard. The blade itself protects. The cross guard is the lower part of the end of the blade.
Yeah.
Um, the handle's probably. I mean, I know that. I mean, it's probably wrapped in probably some kind of hide. Maybe dragon skin, maybe something else. I mean, it's just going to be kind of a leather hide type of thing. I don't know what color is the outfit that he's wearing right now. When you say he's like wearing this kind of a lucha libre type mask and in the spandex, like, but what color is it?
It would be.
I mean, I know he wears. I know the description that they use for him from Greyhawk is that he wears blue dragonhide boots, white dragonhide gauntlets, and a girdle made of red dragonhide. It's
Same color scheme, but in spandex.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
with a red cod piece.
it's all kinds of wild. So maybe it's just kind of maybe the hide kind of like blue, white, red kind of just alternates down the grip. And then as far as the handle, I mean, I'm assuming the handle. I imagine the handle looks like a free weight. You know what I'm saying? Like something to count. Obviously, it's like a weight. It's like a heavy weight on the end of it to kind of counterbalance with the motion there.
Yeah.
When you're swinging it, so it's whatever the pommel is on it. It's going to be heavy.
I love that.
It might look like the end of like a metal bar, like like the big geometric looking barbells that they have. Like it's going to look like that on the end. Like that's the end of it.
That's so cool.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I would envision.
Then
like,
that's what
it's got that combo. It's got that combo weightlifter, athlete, power lifter type feel, but the other end is I'm going to cut you in half.
Yeah, that's what it becomes.
Okay. I'm going to have to come up with an image we're going to have to come up with an image for that.
It sounds so cool.
I might have to ask AI to see if it'll give me something.
Let me see.
Like,
I wonder if we can just add an attack to this. It says MIDI attack. I don't know what that means. Attack. Action activation.
Fletcher's gone up to the seagull that's up here, as being like, "Have you seen Brunk? He kind of looks like this. Big guy, big wings, blonde." I'm just like starting to while this is happening.
Brunk, like, it takes.
now, will it? Now, I'm sitting here thinking. While I'm thinking about that, I'm thinking about it, and I've this image of this greatsword that I've thought about in my mind has appeared in my hands. I start thinking about like a maul, like a big two-handed, mallet maul warhammer, giant maul, bigger than a warhammer type of thing.
Yeah.
With the same kind of imagery to it, does it start to change shape?
Yeah, like if you don't let it get to like its full form, it will start to reshape until you settle on something that you truly desire. And then like he says, it'll take a little bit, like you're giving it an identity, but you can change its form if you will it to. And in above the table term, or like in like, out of character terms, that means once per long rest, you
Okay.
can choose to shape it into something else.
So he tells me that.
Yeah.
He says, you can, if you want to change it, it can be done, but it's not immediate.
Yeah. And how the blade
So
works.
I'll let it return to the greatsword, finish the to the greatsword. That was me testing it. Effectively, that's testing the answer, and you've answered the question. So
yeah. So how it works is whatever you shape it into affects the damage that you deal with it. A one-handed melee weapon does 1d8. A two-handed melee weapon without reach does 1d12. A two-handed melee weapon with reach does 1d10. Any other properties of the form it takes doesn't carry over. When you are attuned to the weapon, you're proficient with it no matter what. Strength is the bonus for the weapon. And you can choose, as I said, to change the form at the end of a long rest. When you hit an undead or a fiend with the weapon, that creature takes an extra 1d10 radiant damage. Once per day, you may use the weapon to commune with or to cast commune.
do I need to be writing this down?
No, you'll see it on the item itself.
Okay. I selected. I did the whole take the item thing, but it didn't show up in my sheet.
It's not showing up as a weapon right now. It's showing up as a trinket. Because you can choose the form that it takes, okay. Right? So we can like drag that particular weapon onto your character sheet, or I would like. It looks like I can add attacks to the weapon and or like to the item, and I'm wondering if we can just make it as if it were a weapon. Give me a hot second, because I might just be able to set that up right now. Attack damage. So right now, you're making it a 1d12 weapon. It does radiant. Strength.
And as I'm sitting there, like, kind of testing its balance, kind of swinging it back and forth, going through the motions of attacks with it, because I don't typically fight with a greatsword. Well, this is really cool. Makes me kind of sad that I bought this thing, and I'm like, got this halberd that I bought that I was going to use as kind of my two-handed weapon if I needed it and whatnot. I'm like I don't feel like I'm going to need this anymore.
He kind of like reaches down and like picks it up in two fingers and looks at it, and he's like, "What do you want for it?"
I don't know. I don't really need what and Brunk's just like lost in thought right now. He's like he wasn't prepared to have the question like, what do you want for it asked. Like
He goes, you know what? I have an idea. He snaps his fingers, and you watch as he snaps it between his fingers, and it crumples into like a little ball, and then he rolls it until it is like just perfectly like a sphere. Kind of like observes it, breathes over it, and like as he breathes, like the heat of his breath just kind of like turns it to like molten hot. Like you see it like get red.
okay.
Blows on
Like
it
you
again.
see metal in a forge.
Yeah.
Okay.
Blows on it with like a cool breeze, and like you even feel the cool breeze as if it like a strong wind on your face. And as he watches it cool down, he reaches down, and you watch as he like starts to form it and like pinches it into, you know, like one of those like kettlebells.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
He places it down on the ground, and he says, work out with that.
Okay.
You know,
I'll do that.
and it is going to give you a luck point when you work out with it once per day.
Okay. So part of my morning calisthenics has just got a little bit more intense. Okay. So you said there's something important that you need me to do with this? Or should I just keep doing what I've been doing? Trying to do what I've been trying to do?
For now, just keep doing what you're doing. I have to say I'm very proud of you. I understand that you've had some tough choices to make, but I've watched you do a lot of good.
Glad to hear that you approve of what I'm doing and the decisions that I'm making. You're right, it's hard. I hope I'm doing the right thing. Or I'm kind of taking a liking to some of these people. Most of them. I haven't really got to know this Fletcher guy yet. So, I mean, he seems all right there. He seems like he could be the kind of guy that I could get in an arm wrestling match with.
Oh, he's like, I really gotta freak him out then. And he is going to like lay his hands over you. He's like, this isn't permanent, but just for fun. And your eyes are going to glow like a brilliant red. You are going to get like these like glowing wristband tattoos that are white. And you are going to get like this like kind of it'll look like not a luchador mask, but like kind of like the lining of a luchador mask on your face in blue. And he's like, yeah, he's gonna trip out. And then he slaps you on the back and points to the weights, and he's like, you want to do a set?
Oh yeah.
He's like, all right.
Well, my back's been kind of messed up though lately. I I was trying to work on some stuff recently, and I kind of got all out of whack,
Yeah, I mean,
But I'll try. I damn sure want to try. That contraption looks cool as hell.
he's like, well, keep doing your stretches, but for today, I think I can help you out. And he like grabs you and like pulls you farther than you should be able to stretch, like cartoonishly, as you feel every single one of your vertebrae like spread out, with like just like force energy keeping it together, and you hear like this like insane crack and feel like the greatest relief you've ever felt as he like kind of lets you go and you spring back into your form. You will be fine for a full week, without having to like stretch to do exercise, your back will be fine for a full week before it starts to like set back into its regular.
Let's do a set.
This is like, get it done.
Let's do this. And I will go over there. Now, I'm assuming this thing like adjusts to my size, like because he was huge, right? So I'm assuming something happens. Either I'm the right size, or it shrinks, or I grow, whatever. But
only the parts that are attached to the chain, like the little handles, those are the only thing that shrink.
Just small enough for me to grab it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just the same thing you were doing?
Yeah.
Was he doing? What was he doing? Curls, presses?
Yeah, he was doing curls.
Okay. So I'll just grab him and just start.
Give me an athletics check with advantage.
I'm trying really hard. Yeah. 19. It's not bad. Could be worse.
You do have inspiration.
Well, shit. Why not?
Trying to impress your god here.
I know. Ooh, there you go.
Much better.
That's not better. That's not bad.
You're pulling with all your might, and as you do, like you watch as it lifts, and he's like, I knew I chose the right one. And as you let go,
I barely move. I feel like I'd almost like this is one of those things like I'm pulling for all I'm worth, and I barely move the damn thing.
Yeah, you're
but that's an accomplishment.
You're crying. Fucking your face is like beet red. You feel like you're about to have a fucking heart attack, and you fucking do that one lift. You hear him say, "I knew I chose the right one." And as your like vision kind of blurs from like trying to do this power lift, you drop, and as you feel that rumble and shake, you are brought back to the material plane. You guys watch as there's like, you all feel the rumble, and you hear almost like an explosion as Brunk comes back in this brilliant light. Beet red in the face, eyes glowing red, fucking glowing blue like luchador mask outline paint, white wristband glowing, and he's holding this fucking huge ass like crazy like great sword.
Are you
now
good?
that's a sword.
Yeah. Cord gave it to me. Well,
Cord gave it to you?
He like inspired me to think it. And
wait, did I just hand you a sword that had you meet God? Is that what happened?
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, that's so cool.
The little guy that I usually talk to on my shoulder that I get advice from.
Yeah.
I met him, but he was huge.
Wait, Brunk.
I would have said,
can you hit this?
On his shoulder.
Oh my
so
god.
What?
That's
Brunk, can you smash this with the sword, and I'm gonna like throw a rock up to you.
And I'll slice.
Yeah!
Slice right through it.
That's so cool. That's so cool.
That is so cool, dude.
Is the kettlebell at my feet? Is it like sitting there?
The kettlebell is at your feet, yeah.
Oh, and I got this too. It's cool, right? I just start.
Oh my god.
Just like.
That is so cool, man.
This is that halberd I bought.
It's your halberd?
Yeah, he turned it into this. Isn't it cool?
That is so cool.
This is like one of the best gifts I've ever got.
That is a really very you. It's a very you gift.
The kettlebell on each side of it doesn't have like a number for the weight. It just has a muscle.
So it's
Does it move?
it's as heavy as I need it to be
Yeah.
at that moment.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
But it pushes you. Like it doesn't get lighter. Like it will always get heavier, but will always be within the range of what you can do with it.
That's awesome.
Like, and I like set the sword down and I start doing squats, like kettlebell squats with it. Just
I would also
I'm just full on working out right now. Like just
We're all
showing
just
off.
like, that's so cool, like hyping you up for your workout.
I'll be like, you want to try it?
I'm gonna try and immediately fail. I have no upper body strength.
Fletcher is gonna like
Like, I
pull like.
imagine handing it to her, and it just goes.
Yeah.
Hold on, here we go. Yeah, I'll try to pick it up. Do I have to do a thing? It's probably so heavy for my tiny body.
Roll an athletics check for me. Also, I also have to check a weapon. Give me a second here. Let's just do fucking 19 on the attack. Rolling on a 9? Oh god. What did I just put in your hands? Brunk's gonna fuck shit up now.
It's amazing.
Oh, hold on, my hands are sweaty. Hold on, I'm just gonna.
Well, we have them out here in
Yeah.
the water. Yeah, they're probably wet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I'm all
Probably
wet.
wet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta dry off. I'll try it later. I just wasn't ready.
Oh, get your blood up.
You
You'll get
feel-
it next
You
time.
feel like you're gonna pass out, Fletcher.
I like turn around.
Well, we'll work on it. We'll work on it. Gotta get you swole. You know what I'm saying?
It's got this armor to fit.
Right. I want that armor to stretch out around you and get bigger, because you're bigger. There's this guy on TikTok that I keep seeing videos for. He cracks my crap up.
Also, like,
And
as a person who.
And if you've seen him, and if you've seen it, it's filthy. He's every comment is it's dirty, but the videos are hilarious. He always ends it with, "You better be fucking swole."
That's hilarious.
That's amazing.
As he's like pumping iron, he's doing something. He's on a machine. He's pumping weights. He's he's pressing. He's pulling. He's curling. He's doing something. But it's hilarious.
Fantastic.
Yeah, I keep learning new things that are apparently on the Urban Dictionary that I don't spend a lot of time reading. And, dirty things. Okay. Anyway,
Yep.
if you're watching at home,
What are you talking
You're on
about?
your own.
We've
I'm not
linked
gonna
the
tell you.
list of all the
You're on your
dirty
own.
words. Yeah.
There was one person who was watching, and if they're still here, I'm thank you.
you're on your own. Find it yourself.
But yeah.
We'll see how good your Google Foo is. You can search it.
So you have this divine kettlebell. I'm making an image for it now.
Nice. While you're continuing to work out, Brunk, I'm gonna look at Fletcher and be like, "So what was on that treasure map?"
Oh yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna wipe my wet hands, and I'm gonna pull out the treasure map.
Comparing it against the map of Rudalius, you would see that it is a spot near Iron Village.
Ooh.
Iron Grave. Is that
Iron
what it says here?
Iron Grave.
Iron Grave.
Iron Grave. It could. Iron Grave.
Do
Village.
I have an idea of any, like, would I have any idea of where that would be?
If you were looking at it, you should have a map of Rudalius. You'd be able to access it on your crystal.
Oh yeah, we sailed right past there. As I'm toweling off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I will just like kind of hold it up to people and be like, it looks like something near Iron Grave Village.
Maybe we can
That's
take a day
I'm
trip
gonna
up
say
there.
north. I'm gonna assume everything up on them. I don't know the map here, but
If you look,
it looks like it's.
If you look at the top, you should see a tab that says Map of Rudalius.
No, I know that. I'm looking at the map. Yeah,
Okay.
I was just saying. For me, it looks like it's like northeast
North-ish, yeah.
of the Ain's Woods. Yeah, I was just assuming that that's the orientation of the map.
Yeah.
And yeah, my niece and nephew, they're around here as well. And I will point out the farm
Okay.
Is this something you guys want to check
We're-
out once
right here.
we're done in Mercana?
So,
I think that's probably not a bad idea.
see this little dot that says you are here on the map, right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's not really a dot there, but I just somebody should draw a pin right there.
Amazing.
Hey, where's Roselia?
She's on a rock.
Did we leave her on the other rock?
Did
Yeah.
she come with
Yeah.
us?
No, she's just like, all right, you have fun treasure hunting. I'm gonna lay down right here.
Okay.
Look,
Now that it's empty, does this...
every NPC is sunbathing.
Yeah.
Hey,
Now that it's empty, does the chest look like it would be easy enough for us to move over to block that other hole?
Between
Like-
all of you and like I guess using your tank as like a canoe
Yeah.
with all of your strength to move it over, I would allow that.
Baby, I can swim underwater. Fletcher's just gonna dive down with their new armor and pick up the chest. I can swim underwater now, motherfuckers.
Lord Skettlebell.
I learned
Oh,
how to
that's a
swim
great
this
kettlebell.
morning.
You know how badly I was sitting here thinking that entire time he was like, "What do you want?" And I'm like, I'm sitting here thinking, do I need a recipe for protein bars?
I fully thought this sword was gonna look like a whisk at some point. Like,
A whisk
A
that does
battle whisk.
1d8 radiant damage.
yeah, just a
Battle
giant
whisk.
chef knife.
So your questing blade should have a proper attack there, Brunk. It works. And it should do like the regular damage, but you can also like throw damage on. When you land a hit with this weapon, you can choose to deal radiant damage of a number of d10s up to your paladin level, in addition to the damage dealt by the strike.
That's cool.
If you use this ability, you also take the additional radiant damage. And if the additional damage drops you to 0, you roll a Constitution save, and a failed saving throw is an automatic failed death save.
Oh, fuck.
Failing by 5 or more is instant death.
Oh,
So it's a weapon with consequences.
It's a weapon with consequences. That ability is called Martyrdom.
I have a question about my armor, like above the table. So, I can expend a charge to have fire damage up to a certain amount. If I'm raging and already half damage, do I just and then I expend the charge?
It would half the half.
Half the half. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. So it stacks basically. Is what I'm
Yeah.
asking. Okay, cool. Just checking.
That's dope.
And she's like, fuck fire damage. Fireball, fire dragons, I don't give a shit.
Jesus, shoot me.
And that is what
Okay, so I. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I was gonna say that is what you find in the Oasis chest.
Amazing. Yeah, Fletcher will go and pick up the chest and swim it over to the evil fish people.
Or to block
I
up
don't
the
know if I-
hole where the
Yeah,
demon-
I'll bring it over here to see if it will fit.
Just plug up the hole with the chest.
Yeah. Maybe Nerissa can like come help me and we'll like shove as much like dirt and rocks and stuff that we can find
Weigh it down.
and just like kind of just like gather as much as we can to block that entrance.
You block up the entrance.
Great.
Yeah, I'm gonna say with that
Well-
with that much effort, you plug up that entrance.
Task achieved, people. Just gonna. Great. I'm gonna start swimming back. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go hang out with the turtles. I'm gonna do some like barrel rolls on their backs. I'm gonna become one with the ocean.
Is there anything left behind where we moved this chest from?
Nope.
Okay, cool. So not like a secondary hole that we now have as an issue about. Okay. That's good. When we go back to the initial spot and are replacing that that treasure chest, I see Rosalia's on this rock, so I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, Rosalia, everything's good, right? Nothing happened while we were gone. Nothing came out of the water or out of that hole down there."
She like sits up and like once again she's like taking off her armor. She's just like chilling out and like just her skivvies. She leans up. She's like, "Yes, Nerissa, I want to eat your brains."
You silly goose.
She's like, "No, we're okay."
I'm fully like diving like a dolphin in the background of this conversation. Like I'm just like jumping around. Just like
She like watches it happen.
Water breathing, baby.
Watches it happen. Looks at Nerissa and is like, "He's so majestic."
I know, right? He just learned how to swim.
I'm so good at this.
Jesus sitting over there like, "Yeah, whatever. Fuck this."
Oh, Jesus has the whistle now. Jesus can walk on water.
He just can't walk in water.
I'll learn to swim one day.
Have water
One
breathing,
day.
but still sink like a stone in the water.
At least he won't drown.
At least he won't drown.
Yeah, I guess does it count as normal terrain if you're walking on the bottom of the seafloor?
No, that's difficult terrain. It's
Amazing.
Eventually, the whole team will just end up having aquatic gear to be able to traverse
For the desert.
the sea.
Oh, if that happens, I can show you guys my hometown.
So what do you do from here? You've plugged the hole.
You still gotta find those gloves.
Oh, for the love of God, the gloves.
Yeah. There was a big deep hole in the middle of the ocean, or in the middle of the lake that they definitely could be in. It was dark down there. I kind of got the sense that it probably led to the ocean. Like there was a lot of different fish in there. But do we want to go check out the hole?
I'm like sitting on the dock, like getting water out of my ear. I'm just like, ah. I mean, I guess.
Rosalia's like, looks over at you guys. It's like, you say something about a whistle? Can we breathe underwater?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
there's a
Jesus
whistle.
has something.
She's like, I'm gonna be honest, Nerissa. I like, if we're going swimming, that means I can't be wearing my armor, and if things get crazy down there, I really want to be wearing my armor. And yeah, I'd be able to breathe underwater, but I don't think I'd be able to swim with a full plate.
That's understandable.
And I can swim with my armor though, right? It's fine. Because my armor lets me swim.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Your armor
Just double
gives you
checking.
swimming speed.
Just double checking. Yeah, I'll go with Nerissa to go on an exploratory mission, just see if we can see anything.
Rosalia, you watch as she like lays back down and like pulls out like these like black specks to put over her eyes.
She has like one of those like reflective tanning like.
She just
Screens.
she just uses her like the breastplate. She like folds out the back and it's mirrored.
She was prepared for this.
Jesus, I'm assuming you're not going swimming in the hole.
No, I'm I'm just gonna stay on the shore. I'm just gonna stay on the dock, maybe fish.
You're gonna
Jesus.
try and fish?
Yeah, I'll try to fish.
Oh,
I couldn't learn to swim. Maybe I could learn to fish.
hold on. 1
Um,
sec. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Brunk, are you coming swimming?
What? What?
Are you coming swimming?
Huh? Oh. Where are we swim? What are we? Where are we swimming to? We're gonna swim.
Nerissa said there was a big hole in the middle of the lake. We think that the gloves might be there.
Oh. Well, we got the whistle right. We can breathe underwater for a while.
Yeah.
That's what you said the whistle did, right? The Nerissa, the Nerissa.
Nerissa.
The Nerissa.
The Nerissa.
Yeah,
If he blows the
Before I
Nerissa,
had-
we can breathe underwater, right?
yeah. Before I head to shore, I'll blow the whistle so everybody can breathe underwater.
Why isn't he coming with us?
He can breathe underwater, but he can't swim.
Like a stone.
Can we just like tie Jesus to Nerissa and like float him behind it?
Yeah, can I, like-
Just
Like, can we just like tie a rope?
the other line?
Just tie him to a tether.
Yeah.
But you
Well,
like tie it to his waist, so he's just like floating.
Yeah.
Like a kite.
Yeah. An underwater kite.
Come on, bro. We need you, man.
Yeah.
We believe in you, Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
All right, if you guys could find a way to keep me moving, yeah, I'm fine to go with this.
Surely we've got some rope or something that we can.
Yeah, I love. Even if you don't, they would have rope there.
We could tie the kettlebell to him and he'll sink. Just like dive weights, man.
These
Dive weights.
these people
That'd
who
be
are
awesome.
sitting around fishing are watching you like tie a rope to your friend, and then watch three of you just dive into the water and him follow, just like.
Yeah, me and Nerissa are probably being like, now don't you worry. Everything's gonna be totally fine. We're just gonna tuck this in and then we're gonna go.
Just like flailing as you disappear into the darkness
Yeah.
of this of this hole. Oh god.
I'm gonna go towards the hole. Cool, are we gonna go? Are we all there? We're going? I'm in the water, I'm going.
I'm just gonna run off
going.
the edge of the rock and then just like cannonball into the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on a second here. Can I do a group check? I said, can I do a group check?
I really am not gonna take the kettlebell, by the way. I'll leave it on the rock.
Are you gonna leave it next to Rosalia?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to keep it on your inventory, like it will also be as light as you need it to be. Like if you're swimming, it's not going to expect you to lift it. But if you put it in your backpack, it might be like weight, like a resistant weight challenging you to swim harder. Like it is.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Part of Cord's essence is in this kettlebell, so it's just like a thing that in itself it might like to other people just be heavy, but to you it's like a part of trying to keep you challenged.
Get swole.
Yeah. Yeah, just always trying to keep you swole.
Let's go.
What am I doing? I'm gonna move you guys to the center. Boop, 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 boop.
Let's go for it.
What I need is to request a roll. Why is the chest in there?
I don't know.
Because it actually is a mimic.
Turns out I wanted to eat your souls.
Or you
This
carried a
whole
gun in the house.
time.
I said, Transformers. I laughed. She laughed. The toaster laughed. I shot the toaster.
There we go.
Better be frickin' swole. Oh. Ow.
None of you see anything that resembles gloves as you are swimming. Yeah?
I want to do a thing. I wanted to do a thing before, like, once we got into the darkness.
Yeah.
I want to activate... Where is it? So sorry. I want to activate my Charm of Secret Light. Which gives... I create a magic light 30 feet of bright plus 30 feet for 1 hour. That's just, like, around us. And I want to designate all of us to be able to see it. And the light is only visible to us.
Okay.
So I want to help. I want to, like, give us advantage or assistance to be able to, like, make this brighter in order to, like, aid for looking for the gloves.
Brunk already got a roll. I will let everybody else roll again. The DC's a 17. The light will help, but like I'll acknowledge the advantage there from being able to like perfectly see.
This was investigation.
Investigation.
Well, that didn't help.
You actually did worse than you did last time.
I know.
Same.
Sorry, I was waiting for us to get to the thing, and because I wanted to activate it, so we had light.
Okay.
I don't know how to.
Neither of you see the gloves in the water. Both of you do first catch like this, like it looks like a humanoid shape, but the face looks like an anglerfish. That turns and goes "Arr!" as it notices you looking at it and like dives into like a hole and like go like in like a separate hole, like a tunnel that it just kind of like fucks off into.
So like a human body with an anglerfish face,
Yeah.
like a reverse mermaid.
Yeah.
Okay, is that a species I would be familiar with as a mermaid?
No.
Okay.
Brunk, what you find is a fish that looks like it is covered in jewels.
Ooh.
Oh, he's pretty. Covered in jewels, huh?
Yeah.
So he's like multicolored and shiny?
Yeah.
Oh. What's he doing?
He's just floating around right now.
How close is he?
Pretty close.
Ooh.
Oh, he's so pretty.
Gorgeous.
He's pretty. He's like shiny like my like he's multicolored and scales are multicolored, kinda like my wings are. So cool.
Do you point the fish out to us?
He's a nice little fishy. Yeah, I'll point. I was like, look at the fish. He's so cute.
Ooh.
Nerissa, don't eat him.
I won't.
Okay.
I don't eat fish. I'm half fish. That would be cannibalism.
You don't think fish eat other fish? What else
That would be
would they
half
eat?
cannibalism.
What do you think fish eat? Do they eat other fish? Big fish eat littler fish. Isn't that how it works? I'm so confused.
You make a valid point.
I don't care what other fish you eat. I just don't want you to eat.
I'm like a fish vegetarian. I eat a lot of seaweed and kelp
Oh,
and
good for you.
sea sponges, anemones, you know.
And anemones.
Yeah.
And anemones.
Yeah.
Jesus, what you find, it's kind of like off into another like little tunnel that goes off to the side. But what you find are a pair of blue gauntlets with like little lightning bolts on them.
Hey guys, I see some gauntlets and another cave down there. I see blue
Oh,
gauntlets with lightning bolts on them.
that's
Could those
definitely
be
worth
the-
checking out.
Yeah.
Before we do, can I try to talk to the jewelfish?
Yes, please
Is
talk
it
to the fish.
Yeah, what do you say to the jewelfish?
Hey, buddy, what's up?
It's hungry.
Hungry. I don't know. I didn't hear
What
it.
do you like to eat?
Stuff, worms, kelp.
Do I have kelp because I snack on kelp? Can I have kelp?
100%, yes.
Yeah, you have like rations. That would be your rations, things
Yeah.
like kelp and stuff like that. Kelp chips.
Some kelp chips. Do you want a little snack?
Yeah, I like food.
Sweet. I'm gonna like toss one in his mouth and eat one myself. What's your name?
Name's Kelvin.
Kelvin?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Kelvin. Have you seen any like gloves around here? I think they were boxing gloves. Were they boxing gloves we were looking for? Boxing gloves?
What's a boxing glove?
They look like they'd fit on these. Something to cover these.
You look...
Can I minor illusion boxing gloves over top of my hands?
Yeah. It looks as it goes on.
Yeah.
I've never seen anything like that.
That's fair. Do you want to come for a swim with us while we look around? You seem pretty cool, Calvin.
It's like, oh no, I just wanna eat. I'm gonna eat these chips. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem, buddy.
This is good kelp.
Ask him how he got the jewels.
How did you get those jewels? I like them. They're pretty. You're very fashionable.
They grew out of my body.
Oh my god, that sounds a little painful, actually.
What's he saying? What's the fish
Does it
saying?
hurt?
All I hear are bubbles.
He said he grew the jewels himself.
Is he the only one like that?
Yeah, do you have like family that also grow jewels, or
Oh yeah, lots of family.
that's amazing. I've never met a fish like you, Kelvin.
Thank you.
And I've met a lot of fish. Like, I swim around a lot. I've met a lot of fish.
Do you have more kelp chips?
I might. I'm gonna look around.
Root around, like you just grab some more kelp chips, just like float it in the water. Just starts
Yeah.
pecking at it. It's like, yeah, these are really good.
I'm glad. I mean, if you wanted to be our friend, I could get you kelp chips as pretty regularly. I like snacking on them a lot. So
Roll in animal handling. Just kind of like waving his tail, just kind of like.
does the fact that I've already given him kelp chips to
Yeah, roll
give him
advantage.
his favor?
Roll.
Hell yeah!
It's just kind of like, no, I like it down here. I'm just gonna chill. Eat these
Nerissa.
kelp chips.
What's happening with the fish? Also, does the fish have a name?
Yeah, his name's Kelvin. I tried to ask him if he wanted to be our friend, but
I know,
he
well, I
doesn't
can
seem too
understand
interested
you.
in that.
I heard that part. What did he
Yeah.
say?
He just wants to swim around and eat snacks, but
you.
he's not interested in being our friend because I don't have any more kelp chips on me right now, I don't think.
Can I try something? And if you allow,
Yeah, what do you want to try?
I want to pull out my harmonica, and activate one of my uses of my flute charm.
Underwater.
And underwater, yeah, I want to try to blow it. Just bubbles come out. One animal that I can see must make a DC 15 charisma save or be charmed by me for 1 hour. While it's charmed, it will follow me around, defend me from danger.
It succeeds.
God damn it!
Jesus.
It's the water. The water's not. I can't fully use it.
Yeah, you just like blow bubbles through your harmonica. He's like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm good.
Well, okay. I'm gonna start swimming towards where those gloves were.
Well, Calvin, it was really great to meet you. I hope we run into you again, and maybe I can give you some more kelp chips.
Yeah.
Um,
Bring more kelp chips.
I'm gonna minor as I leave. I'm gonna minor illusion a worm that just like is floating around him.
He starts swimming and trying to like follow the worm.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna make it follow Nerissa.
yeah, we're
I'm
like
gonna,
carrot
put-
and sticking him right now.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a worm on Nerissa's like shoulder and just like kind of keep minor illusioning it.
Nerissa, all you hear is, hey, where are you going? No, come back. I want that.
Well, come with us then.
He's ignoring you, but chasing the worm right now.
Yeah.
Here you go. I will get this fish.
We'll win him over. We got this.
Who grabs these lightning gauntlets?
I mean, Jesus, you were the closest. Do you want to touch him? I mean, I guess you touched the last cursed thing, though, so...
Yeah, I'll give it a go. Why not?
All right, I'll drag you down to them.
You have to, like, whiplash Jesus back to these gauntlets.
Just like snags onto it as you like swing him by. There you go. It's been added to your character sheet.
What do they do?
That's what they look like.
Ooh.
Those are gorgeous. So shiny.
It
They're
just
very
says
sporty.
Yeah, it should be
unidentified. Okay. Oh, okay. I got it. Okay.
Yeah, it's unidentified right now.
We don't know what they
I
are.
gotcha.
Ooh, can I cast my identify spell on it?
Yes, you can.
Yeah.
You cast the identify spell, and that fucking grizzled turtle pops out, and he's like, "Ah, Nerissa! What
Is
the
that you,
fuck
buddy?
is up?"
These gauntlets, what the fuck are they, man?
Ah, I see. Okay, yeah, like right to business. Not even a hey, how you doing? Yo, fuck you, Nerissa. All right.
Doing for others. I said what's up, men, first, and then you said what the fuck is up in response.
This is the another use of the identify spell. What you appear to be looking at is the gauntlets of the Storm Sailor. They actually do some. I can't believe you found these. These do some crazy shit. While the wearer, once attuned to the item, has resistance to lightning damage. The gauntlets will give off a faint glow while there is an active thunderstorm within 5 miles of you. And when a creature within 30 feet of you sees, or that you can see, takes lightning damage, you can use your reaction to teleport through the lightning within 5 feet of that creature. So if you get zapped by lightning, or if your friend gets zapped by lightning, you can ride the lightning to get to their side.
That's cool.
It's
Oh my
fantastic.
god. Thanks, Carruthers. That's amazing.
Alternatively, if a lightning bolt lands or affects a space within 5 feet of you, you can use your reaction to instantly teleport up to 100 feet up or down the bolt's length, reappearing in another unoccupied space within 5 feet of the lightning.
That's awesome.
And if it would cause you to fall like more than 10 feet, you float to the ground.
Nice.
Is that it? That all you
No,
brought
how
me
are
in
you
for?
doing, man?
I'm good. I'm doing good. You know, I'm getting my steps in, if you
That's
will,
so good.
in the other plane.
Yeah.
Hey, is that those fucking kelp chips?
Yeah, you want?
Like snatches one, like crunches on. He's like, yeah, that's some good shit. All right.
Yeah, my new buddy Calvin here likes them too. I'm assuming the fish followed the worm down with us.
That's a nice fucking fish.
Oh, can you identify the fish while you're here?
You're like, look, he's like, he's not magical. He's just a freak of nature.
He's cool.
They're called gem fishes, I think, or jewel fishes.
Jewel fishes. That's really cool. Thanks, Carruthers. Say hi to Mrs. Carruthers for me.
There ain't no Mrs. Carruthers. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you saucy bachelor. Can we pull up a picture of Carruthers? Because I don't think Fletcher has seen Carruthers before.
Yeah, question. Do I see a turtle just like appear and start talking to Nerissa?
Oh my god!
Like, what just happened?
You've never seen Carruthers. Hold on a second.
I don't know what just happened.
I have the identify spell.
Yeah.
So it says you choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. If it is a magic item or other magic and blah 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 blah, you learn its properties and how to use the item. And
Ooh.
where does it describe how the spell appears? He's like an old professor of mine, I think.
I don't think the identify spell says it. Just like
Oh,
you
just chose that.
Thanks to Brennan Lee Mulligan, I have in my head that every identify spell is different in how it interacts with the spellcaster. And for you, I'm pretty sure, it was like an old teacher or something like that. But it's just like this like grizzled tortoise with a long beard that like talks like a New Yorker.
Yeah.
Does he? My question, I guess, is it a conversation that Nerissa is having within her own mind?
No, everybody
or
sees
does
him.
A magical, mystical.
Like
a turtle disappears. Got it.
This like see-through, glowing blue turtle man with a beard and a Brooklyn accent that sounds like he's smoked several packs of cigarettes.
Pull the rope. I'm gonna start pulling the rope back to Jesus to come close to me and just be like, what is that? Jesus, what's going?
This has been another use of the identify spell. Goodbye.
Bye, Mr. Carruthers.
It just disappears.
Just like, goodbye.
Oh, that was Carruthers. He was my old prof back in college before the whole oil rig incident. But he was the only cool professor I had at that school. He was the only one who really understood my rebellious ways, so to speak.
I assume you're telling this as we're like swimming up, and I'm just behind you, just going, oil rig. Sort of like...
Not gonna explain that one further.
Yeah, I'm just swimming away.
Oh my god. You swim back up to the surface. You found some cool items, none of them gloves, though. And your search was pretty
These are
thorough.
like. Jesus, put these on. Put these on. See if you could hit me. Do they box? Is this what we're...
No, I don't think these are boxing gloves, but anybody doesn't mind, I wouldn't mind having these.
Yes.
Anybody else?
I think you should have them.
You do have
they're your
lightning.
size.
Here, let's give you resistance. Oh, you added it already. Resistance to lightning damage.
Perfect. What about those fishermen over there? Maybe they've pulled up some gloves or something. Maybe if it's not in the lake, maybe somebody else has already found them.
Okay,
If they've been in Jenny Greenteeth's shop this whole time, I'm gonna be mad.
Let me tell you, The swimming thing's exhausting. I don't know how you do. I'm so tired.
Yeah, it's a lot of muscle work.
You think we should cut Jesus loose and let him go back to land?
Oh no.
Jesus is still behind us.
Swimming around, still just flailing. So like as you pull, the force is just flailing his arms backwards like noodles. He looks like a weird jellyfish.
I feel like because of the weight, I've tied the second rope, and now Jesus looks like he's got two horses in front of them because it's me and Nerissa pulling him behind, like a little bit water ski, like.
Yeah.
On the surface, he's just skipping off the water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to go talk to these fishermen.
Yeah, let's head over there.
And kind of hello.
Hello.
Hello. Yes, down here. Hello.
Hey, yeah. Hi. What's up?
Hello,
Hi.
friend.
Hi.
I'm Fletcher. This is Nerissa. We were just wondering, a weird question. Have you found any boxing gloves or anything in your nets lately?
Boxing gloves.
It looks like this. I'm gonna minor illusion with one hand.
While continuing to tread water.
Did you know what the actual gloves look like, or you're just making boxing gloves?
I'm just whatever I think boxing gloves look like. So it's just whatever
So
a boxing
they don't
glove.
even... It's like a glove that's a box around your hand.
Yeah, that was the first one I tried. This one is now what I've used in tree forest gnome fighting. So it's a big giant leaf, just covered with stuffed with other leaves and tied with a twig. Huh?
I never seen anything like that.
It's just jab.
No, I've never seen anything like that. No.
Have you found anything glove-like? Any unusual objects?
Well, there was.
Dingle hoppers, per se.
There were the
Thingamabobs?
those things that fell off the beast.
What fella?
I'm sorry.
What?
It was huge, massive. It almost looked like a tube, but it was a living part of it, and there was green stuff flowing through it. And he looked like a wolf, but jacked, huge.
Like a sea wolf?
Well, it was out on
it was in the ocean?
It was out on the rocks.
Or the water or whatever.
I don't.
Which rocks? I'm just gonna start pointing. I'm so tired.
Do you have the things that fell off the beast? Can we see them?
No, they fell into the water. But they weren't.
What did the
They
beast
weren't
look
dainty.
like?
They weren't dainty gloves. They were huge and blue and glowing.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Permission to come aboard. Can I climb up onto the boat?
He shoves you off with his foot. He's stay off my boat.
That's
Okay.
that's
I did ask.
You didn't
before I
wait
was
for
climbing
it.
off,
You
but
did
that's
not
fine.
wait for an answer.
I was waiting.
You did not
Sorry,
wait for an answer.
Okay. Okay, so sorry, to recap.
Okay.
There was a giant wolf thing. This is me, Jay, asking, so I understand the information. Giant wolf thing that was on the rocks that are in this lake, or they're different rocks?
No, the rock's right over there, and it's where you found the chest.
Or the chest, okay.
Where did those things fall?
Oh, well, they fell into the lake.
What part of the lake?
It was closer to the middle at the time. It fell off the rock. It was fighting something else, but I couldn't see what it was. It was also something pretty big, though. Almost squid-like.
Oh.
Oh, no. No. Not the squids. Oh, I'm so tired.
How long ago was that?
Well, that had to be maybe 3 years back.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, they're gone. They're in the dirt. I'm just on my back. Oh, the hope is lost. It's all gone.
Well, I thank you for telling us that. Do you know anything else about the monsters that were here, like where they came from, where they went?
Uh, whatever the wolf was fighting dived into the sea. I never saw it, or dived into the lake. I never saw it come out. Um, the wolf thing ran off towards the coast.
Hmm.
Was this before, and I'm going to point to the giant crystal thing that we saw? Was this here when it happened?
No. That was back when this was a resort. It was before it was a refuge.
Oh, wow. How did it go from being a resort to a refuge?
Guess it was as good as mine. The owners just disappeared.
Oh, wow. How long have you been here? What's your name, by the way? I'm so sorry. We introduced ourselves, but I don't remember getting your name.
Oh, name's Seamus.
Seamus.
Yeah,
Oh.
Seamus McCready.
Lovely to meet you, Seamus. So, have you been here? It sounds like you've been here a while. You know a lot about the history of the place.
I came from Mercana primarily, but I'm a fisherman by trade, so
Unless it's a good place to be for a fisherman.
most of the unique fish around here come out of this lake. So
Yeah, have you
you
seen
caught
the
any-
gemfish?
I
the
was
what?
just about to say that.
The gemfish, have you seen those yet?
The what?
Gemfish.
And minor
they're-
illusion, Calvin.
What is that? That's down there?
Yeah.
Yep.
He's like looking at his rod. It's one of those basic rods, and he's looking at his bait, which is like it's mealworms. He's like, I haven't been able to catch anything like that.
He really likes kelp chips. But like maybe if you catch one named Kelvin, be nice to him. But I don't know any of the other ones, but he said he had a big family with a lot of them.
Really?
Oh, now we just invented poaching for these poor fish. I'm swimming out of here. I'm so tired. All right, thank you for your time. Jesus, let's go. I'm gonna start swimming back.
Tell me more about this fish full of
Nope, Nerissa, we gotta
gems.
go.
Tell me about their families.
They're actually very far from here. I was misremembering where I saw those guys. I'm sorry.
No, don't be shy. You were so open with your secrets before.
Bye. I'm gone. I'm out of here.
I'm like getting pulled along as well. Like you grab my.
At one point, I'm not even moving. I'm just swimming like this.
Jesus just
Yeah,
gets
just
dragged.
Bye, Seamus.
Okay.
He watches it like leans over and starts whispering to his buddy.
I'm gonna torpedo this boat. Jesus! Quick, now's our chance. Shatter the boat, quick!
Was it Vander? Was that his name? Did he describe what the gloves looked like to us?
No, he said you'd know what they were when you saw them.
Huh. That's not helpful.
Okay, I got one last swim in me. Are we gonna talk to these last guys? Are we gonna talk to every fisherman in this place?
I mean, I'm down to ask some more questions, although I don't want to ruin the local ecology by
Yeah.
by
Don't tell them
creating.
any more about anything else we saw.
Yeah, now I'm worried for my new friend Kelvin.
Yeah,
Although he didn't
Calvin's
seem
dead.
interested in being actually my friend though, so but but I don't want to burn any bridges. I feel like I
Okay, look, Jesus, do you want to
shouldn't
come
have
with
said
me
that.
or do you want to stay with Nerissa?
No, we're gonna go
I-
ask these other fishermen what's up.
Okay, maybe you could also just pull. I'm just gonna You can pull me in.
I pull both of you.
I'm like just like I'm putting the lowest effort into swimming. I'm in behind, and I'm like, okay, now Jesus, we're gonna tilt you this way, and you're gonna kind of grab the water. Yep, just like that. I'm gonna hold you underneath, and you're just gonna I'm gonna try to teach Jesus how to swim a little bit while we're doing.
You're gonna try and teach Jesus how to swim?
A little bit, yeah. I'm gonna try to help. Get the right motions of the arms while we have this kind of like assistance being pulled, and I'm gonna hold from like below while you try to kind of do this.
What was the check for trying to learn how to swim? Was it athletics?
I think it was athletics.
Jesus, go ahead and give me an athletics check with advantage.
Okay. I can do this.
You just kick your feet. That's right. You've got it. Nerissa, just slow down a little bit. Just a little bit. Too fast. Okay. Yeah. There we go. You're getting it. That's right. Keep swimming.
Jesus, you're starting to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Social therapy.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna say with that 19, you're gonna get the same deal that Fletcher got. You get so it's normally counts as like difficult terrain, but instead of being able to swim 15 feet, you'll be able to swim 20. So it's difficult terrain plus 5.
Okay. Awesome.
I think we're gonna keep the rope on you now, just for now, but just till we get you back to safer waters. And I'll go talk to Nerissa. I think I went in too fast with the other ones. I think you should do most of the talking.
Brunk, did you stay on the rock with Rosalia? Is that what you're up to? Or are you coming along with us for this?
Oh, I swam back over to the rock to see what she was up to.
She's suntanning.
Alright.
She is suntanning.
Like, should I have covered my eyes when I swam up to the rock?
She's got like her whatever her undergarments are on. And she's got her breastplate, but the back is opened up and it's mirrored, and she's like reflecting the sun into her face.
Rosie.
Brunk?
Sorry, didn't mean to disturb you. Just thought I'd swim over and check to see if you were okay. Do you think it's safe to be doing this up here on the rock above the fishy people that are below us?
I mean, they didn't come out, and you plugged the hole.
Okay. I mean, fair enough. Do you need help getting back to land?
Oh, I should be okay.
Oh, okay. So what'd you guys do? What'd they do? Go swimming off towards another boat?
Yeah. She's just like
I'll turn around and like look away from her, like purposely looking away from her, like we went swimming down in the hole down in the lake and found some like gloves, but I don't think those are the ones we were sent to look for. Yeah. Okay. Well, it looks like they're over there interviewing a different set of fishermen. So you're good? You can get back to the shore?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I appreciate the concern.
Well, it's what I do.
Listen, where I come from, there's not a lot of sun. So I'm gonna.
Well, you did look a little pasty when we first met.
Oh yeah. No, yeah. I'm gonna get some color.
Be careful. Don't like if you get don't let yourself get too burned.
She
You might.
she like holds out her arms that are starting to get like lobster red, like they are starting to get a little too much color. She casts Cure Wounds on herself, and you watch as
Right.
they just go back to just a slight pink. She's like, I got it.
Yeah. Okay then. Well, check in later. I think Lyric's over there on the shore on a rock too.
Yeah. You look over, look, both Lyric and it's Lyric and Jenny, but like Jenny is not wearing anything. It's just Jenny with the skull on her belly while she is just like starfished on the rock and sitting there like having a conversation with Lyric.
That's not something I can unsee. I've got so many questions about her and that skull. And I don't know that I want the answers to them. Okay, Rosie. Well, I'll catch you later. And I turn and almost lunge off of the rock back into the water and take off swimming across the water.
It's the beach episode.
It's a little. Brunk is a little. It's a little awkward right now.
Everybody, all of the NPCs are on vacation while the main group is like uncovering a mystery and interviewing people.
Also, Brunk, don't you have a canoe? Can you have a boat at some point?
I do actually. We had it out at one point. It may actually be over there on that rock next to Rosalia. I think that's where it was.
So did you swim over? Or did you bring the boat over?
No, I swam over because I didn't even think about it.
We left the boat for Rosie.
Oh, it's just been sitting there, for hours. I don't know if that thing runs out of juice or not. But I mean, Rosie's, I guess, got a boat. I guess she does have a way to get back to the shore.
Everybody just got so used to swimming.
Yeah.
Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming.
You get over to these two nameless fishermen. We're going to call them Noah and Jeremiah.
Oh.
Hello, friends.
Hey.
Hey, how's the fishing going?
It was going good, and then you all swam over and made a bunch of noise and splashed around, and now they're not really biting,
I'm so sorry about that.
I can't keep doing the.
There are a lot of New Yorkers here.
A lot of New Yorkers. You appear to have scared.
They come for the change in season.
You appear to have scared the fish away.
No birds.
I'm really sorry about that, but don't worry. I can. As soon as we leave, we'll get them to come back.
You can do that.
How? Maybe.
Could you ask them to just jump into the boat?
That's funny.
I don't know if I can convince them to do that, but I can at least tell them that there's some good food over here, if you have some bait for them.
With the understanding that we're going to eat them.
You just hear Fletcher in the back go, Kelvin!
Just having, like, internal moral panic. We don't need to talk about that aspect. So I wanted to ask you, we're looking for a pair of boxing gloves. You haven't happened to see a pair of anything glove-like. They weren't described to us, which doesn't help. But we're looking for a pair of boxing gloves that a friend lost here.
They kind of whisper back and forth to each other. It's like, you've heard of the boxer.
We know the boxer, I think.
No. I mean, we only got here recently, and nobody believes us. But there's some kind of like, I don't know, merman or something that swims around late at night with these gloves on.
Really?
Yeah, I watched him punch like a shark or something down there. It was crazy.
Those stupid sharks. All right.
There's sharks here.
So where have you seen the boxer?
I mean, it's been out. The middle of the night happened a couple times, but I never see where it goes.
What area do you usually see the boxer in?
Oh, in the lake, swimming around.
Just the whole lake? He swims around the whole thing?
Yeah, showboating.
Okay. Around what time is it usually that he comes out?
Oh, it varies, but it's usually like nighttime.
Okay. Well, thank you. Maybe I'll see if I can meet the boxer.
Looks at his friends like, "See,
Um,
I told you it was real."
I really appreciate that. What are your names again?
Noah and Jeremiah.
Noah and Jeremiah. Lovely to meet you too. Thank you so much. Um, I really appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, thanks for coming over.
Of course.
So yeah, if you could convince the fish to come back, even if they just want to just hop right in, we
I don't know if I can convince them of that sort of thing, but I can let them know that there's uh some food in this area.
Jeremiah looks
if you
over.
got-
He's like, just tell them like school's in session. You know what I mean?
Because fish swim around in schools.
Ah,
Got it.
see,
I
you
get
get
it.
it.
I get it.
I feel like can we like see the moral panic of on Nerissa's face of like
Yeah.
having to tell the. Okay, so I will put a hand up to Nerissa and be like, "Don't worry, I'll do this," and I will minor illusion a storm of worms underneath the boat for the fish, so Nerissa doesn't have to tell them.
You watch as the fish, like a couple schools of fish, like start swirling, circling around the boat. Almost in a
All right, we gotta
frightening
go.
way.
We gotta go. Let's go. Come on, I'm pulling on the rope. Jesus, help me! You can swim now. Come on. And I'm getting out of the water. I'm gonna go up on the dock now.
All right.
We'll come back later. I have a plan.
I'm just gonna do a couple quick laps around the lake just for funsies this time. I like having I'm gonna get out of my tank and just like swim around the lake.
I thought you've been out of your tank this whole time.
No, I was in the tank so that Jesus could be in it. And then
that's
also because it's my armor.
right.
But I want to enjoy the open waters and actually stretch my fins a bit.
When we dive down, does your tank turn like you
into
know,
like
it's
a
like
little
quad-
submarine?
Yeah, does it like turn like aquatic, and then like when we go on land, does it like
Used to give
change?
you Unabongo.
I mean, I don't know exactly. I know it has different forms. I don't know if there's an aquatic form. I think that'll be up to Mr. DM.
No, I think it's like a.
If I can have an
it looks like
aquatic
a
form.
floating tub, right now.
This is gonna speed juice away. That's what Nerissa's voice should be. Should
Jar
What?
Jar Binks,
should be Gungan. No, not Jar Jar, but Gungan.
Gungan. Yeah.
Don't want that.
This is gonna speed juice away. Used to give you Unabongo.
I'd say you could probably like make your armor compact so that like if you wanted to take it with you into like undersea caverns and stuff like that, you're not just abandoning your armor.
That would be great. I would like to be able to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we're good. Sorry, ignore me.
No worries.
So where does the
Okay.
you plugged the hole, you interrogated some people. Where does the group go from here?
Well, it seems like that we're gonna have to go in the water
At
later.
nighttime.
Yeah, maybe Nerissa, before you swim away, we can all just like chat at the dock.
I wonder if he's handsome. This merman.
It seems like we need to. He likes to fight. Maybe we can recruit one of the creatures here, or and I'll like start to minor illusion. I don't know how big I can minor illusion or how well I can, but like a whale. Like, what's my limit on what I can make? Can I minor illusion like a really big sea creature that this guy's gonna want to come fight?
My first question is, has Fletcher seen a whale?
Nerissa, quick, describe to me really quickly the biggest animal in the sea.
Nerissa's
I'm
seen
definitely
things that
describing a shark.
there are things out there that are way bigger than whales.
Yeah, I'm just gonna describe a shark because for some reason in my head now Nerissa has like a personal like vendetta against sharks.
So I will start to minor illusion and being like, up, yep, okay, so the tail's kind of like it's almost like I'm molding clay, but like molding magic instead to like create what I think the animal looks like. So I'm happy to not be like an accurate description of a shark.
It looks
but what
it looks like a shark that's been drawn by a kindergartner or like turned
Perfect.
into clay by a child.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to help,
Great.
but then like as you get like further off base, I'm gonna be like, "You're doing great, buddy."
Okay, so we just put this in the ocean and then see if you can put it in the lake and then see if he
See
comes
if
to
he'll
fight
come
it.
and punch it.
What do you think? Thoughts? Anybody?
All right.
Brunk, Jesus?
Whatever you think, we can go do this thing. Oh, you guys are over on the. You guys have gotten away from us.
Oh, I should follow too, I guess.
I throw my big ass sword up on the deck.
Sandor's like, wow,
And I wonder if-
that's an impressive weapon.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
And Nerissa, I think you're right. Maybe there's some way here we can get some kind of net.
Mm-hmm. Also, I think if he's not going to come out till nighttime, maybe we should rest until then.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good idea. Get some rest.
I need a
Mhm.
nap.
I want to get some spell slots back before
Yeah.
we get into anything.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
currently have 0 spell slots, so
Okay, why don't we all have a nap and then we'll reconvene on the deck later. Right. I'm gonna head in. And I want to go to the kitchen first before I have a nap.
Yeah, you go to this beautiful marble kitchen.
Is anybody else doing anything before I...
Nobody is in the kitchen currently.
Okay. I'm looking for 2 things in the kitchen. I want to find some kind of either tea that's been like pre-made or like ingredients that I can grind down into a tea. And I'm also looking for something that has a seed in it.
You would probably easily find tea leaves.
Okay.
What do you mean by seed?
Like I want to like any kind of like fruit or anything. I basically want to get a seed to put inside my plant, inside my pot. So I want to either find a fruit or that has like if I cut it open has the seed in it, or some kind of type of thing like that.
Oh yeah, you'd find oranges.
Dope.
No scurvy for you.
excellent.
So I there's no one around. Fletcher takes great care in the tea that he makes in the forest. So I want to take some of the orange zest. I'm gonna like start like smelling things, and find like cinnamon and start putting it all together. Put and make a like tea, and then I want to get 2 cups and pour the tea, and then cut the orange up and take the seeds with me.
Yeah.
Cool. If no one, I just want to go do a thing. So if everyone's fine with that, but if you also guys want to do stuff, I don't want to hijack.
Yeah, that's fair. No, you make some orange mint tea or whatever leaves you found. There'd probably be a couple varieties, like an herbal as well as like a black tea.
Do I spot an apple as well in the kitchen?
Like for the fruit? Yeah, I'd say you
Not
probably
yeah. Like, is there?
there'd probably be like an assortment of fruit there.
Okay, I'll grab a bunch of apples and throw them in my bag.
Okay, add like 6.
Right. Do I know where Pretty Princess is staying? God, what was her name?
Reyna, I think.
Rana.
Reyna
Do I know?
would have her own.
Yeah. Do we
private
know
room.
where they are?
It-
Right, but do I know?
yeah, probably.
Okay, I would like to, with my tea, go up and knock on her door.
You knock on the door, and the Warforged, like the robot, opens the door.
Oh, hello. I don't believe we were properly introduced before. I'm Fletcher.
Its glowing eyes just stare down at you, but it does not say anything.
Okay, not much of a talker. I don't know if you remember me from before. We were fighting with the wagon. I'm looking for Reyna.
It continues to stare.
You blink, or is she hello? And kind of just like,
You hear Reyna's voice from inside saying, I'm sorry, we're not receiving any guests.
Yes, of course. You might be exhausted from the journey. I myself have never seen anything like that. I wanted to offer you a comfort that I often have, and I made you this tea, and I will put it down on the ground in front of the Warforge. I know that this must be a scary experience for you, and I just wanted to offer and extend my friendship and comfort to you if I could.
The Warforged leans down, picks up the tea, kind of stares down at it for like a good 2 minutes. Maybe a little bit less, but it feels like a long 2 minutes. Where this thing is just staring at the tea and then kind of looks back up at you. Reyna says, "Thank you." And the Warforged closes the door and walks back in with the tea.
Okay, not very friendly, but that's fine. I'm gonna kind of just like, I'm gonna like hold my mug like tighter and take like a sip, and then I want to go find Tuffles.
You find Tuffles with you find Tuffles in the stable with Orla and Obmi.
Yes.
Orla and Obmi are kind of like so there is like the stable, and then there's kind of like a room off to the side for stable hands, where they're sitting down and also having like a coffee, and kind of like it sounds like they're discussing the journey forward and just having a general discussion about the road.
I want to walk into the stable in a way that doesn't feel like super. Like, I want them to know that I'm there, but I don't want them to like feel like I'm intruding on their conversation. Does that make sense?
You got the teacup with you?
I have it's a teacup that's mine, yeah, that I'm drinking.
Yeah, Orla will like with her foot like shove a seat towards you and say, "Please join us."
Thank you. I will reach into my bag and grab an apple and pass it to Ogmi. I wanted to apologize for my behavior earlier. I'm new to this team, and it was a very stressful situation, and I'm learning the ropes, and I took it out on you, and we should all be in this together during these times. I'm gonna hold out the apple to him.
Obmi grabs the apple and takes a big crunch out of it, and is like, "It's in the past. We made it here safe."
Thank you. And you do have a very nice beard.
Thank you. Yeah, working hard on it.
And then I will go feed a apple to Tuffles as I'm gonna start walking around. What business do you have in Mercana, if you don't mind me asking? What brings you there?
Well, originally we were just helping with transport, just as we're doing now, but now with the road the way it is, I don't know if we can keep this up.
Did Reyna hire you? What's her deal, man?
Yeah, hired us in Tramala. Came off one of the ships with that strange robot.
You don't know anything else about her other than that she's rich, I'm assuming?
No, sir, when you get into this line of work, you learn not to ask questions. I don't.
Does the robot ever talk?
Not that I've heard.
Okay, I'll just sit and finish my tea and rest, and then when I'm done, I will excuse myself and go nap in whatever my quarters are.
Yeah. Anybody doing anything else before they take a rest?
Finishing a workout.
Finishing a workout?
No, I'm just heading straight back to. I'm heading back to bed.
Nerissa?
I'm worn out from being dragged across the.
Yeah.
Other than like those few laps around the pond that I mentioned, do I notice anything of interest while I'm doing that?
Not really.
All right. Yeah, I'm just gonna get a few laps in and enjoy it. Say hi to everybody.
Some of them wave, some of them just kind of look like, hi. Hi, I guess. You can all go ahead and long rest your character sheets, make sure that you get all your abilities back and stuff like that. I'm gonna get everybody to roll a perception check for me here.
Hey, I'm so sorry. How do we long rest? I haven't done that yet.
On your character sheet, you should see like a little bed beside your portrait.
Oh, yeah. Short rest, long rest. Yeah, got it. Sorry. Thank you. Rest.
Okay.
And you said perception?
Yep.
I'm so tired. Didn't know this was sleepy time tea.
Brunk, give me a perception.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Nerissa. In the middle of your rest, it's now like late evening, getting into like early morning. In the middle of your rest, you hear something that is kind of like whispers.
Can I tell what they're saying?
Not currently. You're probably in like one of the guest suites.
Can I follow the sound, like kind of sneakily and like trying to?
Give me a stealth.
Forgot to put the tank in stealth mode.
Yeah.
You put the tank in stealth mode. But are still like you're like it doesn't take, and like the clicks from your crab legs echo as you walk.
I don't know that.
By the time
I think Echo disagrees with you.
Yeah.
By the time you get to where you think you heard the whispering, there's nobody there. Give me finally an investigation check here.
I was just about to say, do I see any signs of anybody or anything interesting?
16's enough. You notice in the ground, where you are is kind of like a room off to the side. It almost looks like a prayer space, but a carpet on the ground is kind of askew, and you see what appears to be like a little hook in the ground.
Is it like an opening to a trap door? Can I go check out the hook?
You go and check out the hook, and it is what appears to be like kind of like the handle of a trapdoor.
Am I able to open it?
It takes a little bit of effort, but you do get it open. The ground is almost like perfectly like lined and sealed so that like when it's closed over, if there's a carpet over it, you wouldn't be able to notice it was there. But once you lift it up and open it, you see a spiraling staircase that goes down.
Do I hear any sounds coming from below?
You hear more whispering. It sounds like prayer.
Do I recognize the voices?
Kind of sounds like a Mira.
And I can't make out what she's saying, though?
No.
Okay. Do I have Reginald with me, my squishy,
Yeah, if you
my slime?
Yeah, if you want your slime with you.
Can I kind of send my slime down a little bit? Because I can like telepathically
Yeah.
can he get a better listen?
Well, he's got blind sight, so it's not about what he can hear, it's kind of what he can see. You see the outline of something little and humanoid, and you see the outline of something big. But can't
Is
make
the
out
outline of
what it
something
is.
big? Is it moving at all, or
Nope.
like does it look like an inanimate object?
It's staying in place. But it's something alive.
Okay. And I can just see outlines. I can't see any details.
Correct.
Can I see the outline of like any other details of the room?
No.
No? Okay. Like I can't make out like if there's like furniture or anything like that. Okay.
Just looks it's open. As far as you can tell, it's very open. Cavernous.
What kind of shape does the big thing have?
Hard to tell. Blobbish.
Okay. I'm gonna call Reginald back to me. Is there anything else of interest in the room that I'm in now?
Not really. Like I said, it's a regular prayer room. There's blankets, maybe Bibles from a couple different faiths.
Okay.
One thing I will say that you notice from this space is that where you're looking down, it's not dark. Like there's some form of light coming up from that downstairs, but you can't see the bottom.
Okay. Um. Can I activate my luck charm and try to stealthily sneak down?
Sure.
All right. Do I need to click anything to activate my luck charm?
No, you're just declaring it, and what luck charm? What just gives you an extra roll? Gives you like the luck.
I thought I had one, unless I'm thinking of. Wait, where?
No,
Oh,
Not
I
all my
gave
You have
you.
like
together.
the actual luck charm. Reroll one die after seeing the roll, but before knowing the result.
I
Yeah.
might be mixing up games because I thought I had something that was like a charm of accuracy. But is that something that Jonathan has?
That might be something that Jonathan Jimson has.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gave you my little acorn luck charm last time.
Okay. All right. Yeah. No, I was mixing up items I have in two different games. My bad. um. So. So when it says re-roll one die after seeing the roll but before knowing the result, that means like if I know that there is a roll but before I actually roll my, I'm confused
No,
by this term.
you don't know the difficulty that you need for the stealth. So
Yeah.
after you roll it, but before I declare what happens, you have the opportunity to re-roll the die.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do that and sneak.
Give me a
I'm assuming that's a
yeah,
stealth roll.
give me a stealth roll.
And if I re-roll and get lower than 17. Oh, but that's like with the +5 and +3. What was the actual 9?
You do also have inspiration, which would allow you to re-roll as well.
Instead of using my charm.
Would inspiration allow her to re-roll after she knows the result, or no? Is it the same deal?
Same deal.
No, inspiration you can. Oh,
Oh,
I thought with
well,
inspiration.
inspiration you can re-roll.
Yeah. All right, I think I'm gonna use my. I think I'm gonna use the luck charm, and I'm gonna just re-roll because I think a 9 was not that great of a roll.
Give her. Don't forget to decrease your luck charm down to 2 out of 3 in the description. You kick your
A tail.
your stealth mode kicks in properly, and you are a phantom down these stairs, a shadow. You get to the bottom, but like in a way that you can kind of crouch back and see what's going on, and you see two live active scum that are on two rocks. Under it appears there's like a separate lake under the lake, and inside is what appears to be an aboleth, but it is chained down. There is like two of its tentacles have been like latched down into water. It is like itself submersed in water, and it doesn't look like it can move. There's another one latched around like one of its eyes that has kind of like pinned it into place, and the top eye looks like where its regular eye should be. There is like a gem that is fastened into the eye hole, and it is glowing radiant light that is shooting to a crystal that is then taking that, and like that energy is being shot from there and then shot up. And looking up, you can see that there's a hole that looks like it goes straight up. And looks like light is like shining up that way. And Amira is kneeling in front of the aboleth and appears to be praying.
Okay. Can I hear what she's saying now?
Like the regular like prayer stuff. Praise be to, in the name
and
of.
Is she referring to this aboleth as the same name that she uses for the lake goddess that I'm forgetting right now?
She is saying the name of the lake goddess, but you're not sure if she's regarding this thing as it.
Okay. Is there anyone else there other than Amira?
Just
and the scum and the aboleth?
That's it, as far as you can tell.
Okay. Is there anything else of note in the room that I can see?
Not really.
All right. I'm going to sneak back up and Well, I guess everyone else is sleeping right now, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna sneak back up and I'm gonna sneak into Brunk's room and like prod him, be like, Brunk!
Whoa, whoa.
Sorry.
This is a little.
Um,
This is a little much.
I'm so sorry. But there's something very I don't know if it's something that we need to act on right now, but I can't be the only person that has this information. And since you're like kind of the religion guy, I yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know it's late. I know it's the middle
What
of the
time
night.
is it?
I don't know. I don't have a watch.
Smells like 3 a.m.
It smells like 3 a.m.
Yeah, like middle of the night, wet, damp. The morning isn't here yet. I shouldn't be awake.
You just know how 3 a.m. smells? That's not the point. That's not the point. Anyways,
I could be
you
wrong.
know, you, it could it could be a
He says
different
it with
time.
all the confidence in the world, but he might be absolutely wrong.
Yeah, I think didn't you say it was like early evening?
No, it's like early morning at this point. Like probably maybe 3 a.m. at this point, or getting close to it.
Like, wow, that's really impressive.
Yeah, that's wow.
What's
Okay, we can talk
what's
about
going
that
on?
later. um, you know the scum.
Yeah.
I think I found. Oh, I love that you have that.
The kettlebell. Brunk, add 5 points to your points card.
Amazing. You know the scum and how that means that there's an aboleth nearby usually.
Wait. And he sets the kettlebell down. He's like, "Are we talking about the things under the rock, out in the water?"
Yeah, and you know how I told you that that meant that there was an aboleth nearby, and that's a really bad thing.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can
I'm following
confirm
you.
that there is one nearby.
Uh,
It seems to be
am I talking to Aboleth
contained.
now?
No, I'm not the aboleth.
Oh, okay.
Um,
And you're not. You haven't been like
no, no,
kissed
no.
by the Aboleth.
Nothing kissed me.
Are you sure?
I mean, like, not in a while. It's been a while since I've been on any dates. Uh, but nothing recently has kissed me.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
I thought you
but
told me something about how they make people like the other things that were down there were used to be people, right?
yeah. Um,
Okay.
I saw a mirror. Okay, so I heard whispering
Whoa,
and
wait.
I woke up
Amira?
and I followed the whispering and I led into a room with a trap door and it was like a churchy type room and I followed the trap door down and I snuck down and I saw a mirror worshiping a chained up aboleth.
Chained up?
Yeah, it had like chains holding it down and then there was like a crystal that was like shooting light out of the aboleth into like I don't know if the aboleth might be the source of the magic in this crystal that they have here, the healing crystal, or if it's linked to it somehow. But Amira, I think that's why she might not be worried about it because, she might think it's the lake god.
So she said the that her god would protect her and that the
Yeah,
aboleth or the creatures in the lake wouldn't hurt her.
yeah,
I mean, I guess she was right about that.
yeah. I don't know if that's
I
a
mean, unless they've
good
already hurt her.
thing, though.
But what if they hurt the other people?
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Uh, Oh. You said
It-
the Aboleth thing is chained up?
Yeah, like it seems to be contained. It didn't seem like it was breaking out or anything. But
Uh,
I can't be the only person that knows that that's down there.
uh,
I needed to share this with somebody.
I mean, I feel like we ought to do something about this.
Yeah. Also, it might be time for that mermaid guy outside. I don't know. You said it smells like 3 a.m. I'm inclined to believe you. But maybe if we find these gloves, they could help with the aboleth situation somehow.
I wish I knew what to do about this right now.
Yeah.
'Cause,
I don't know either,
Nerissa,
but
like that, I mean, she seems like a nice lady, but do you think she's captured the Aboleth? Or
I
do you
have
think
no
the
idea
Aboleth
how she got it down there, but
has?
if
Do you think she's being manipulated by the Aboleth?
I'm a little bit worried about that.
I think we're going to have to talk to Jesus about this.
Yeah.
He's an expert on weird magic stuff.
Yeah, we need to have a come to Jesus moment. We need to go to Jesus.
We need to go to Jesus. Yeah. Where is Jesus right now?
I don't know. Let's go
He's
find him.
probably sleeping.
Yeah. Let's go find
Yeah.
him and wake him up like I woke you up. Full circle.
Yeah. I'm going to let you wake him up. That way you're
Okay.
completely to blame for everybody being awake at this hour.
You know, that's fair. That's
But
fair.
I'll grab my stuff and start, put my,
I can
put
accept
my
that. I
armor
can
on
accept that blame. All right.
and I'll
Let's
grab
go.
the sword and the questing blade, and I'll start thinking about what I know it can do. Like, gosh, it feels like it's really early to phone a friend. I wonder if Cord knows anything about aboleths.
He might. Want me to go get Jesus while you figure that out?
Yeah. Yeah, you do that.
All right. You take some time to
Yeah.
hatch.
Okay.
Sorry for waking you, but thank you for waking up for me to talk to about
Yeah, it
this.
seems important. Seems very important.
Thank you, Brunk.
You're
All
welcome.
right. I'll be back. I'll be back.
Okay. And I look longingly at my bed. Like, I start to put the armor on, but I sit down on the bed.
Lyric was also woken up and was like laying like in the crook of your shoulder and against the pillow, and she is like giving Nerissa a death glare.
Yep, that's
And
understandable.
I just look at her and I'm like, apparently it's important.
Can I give her like a kelp chip before I scuttle out of the room? Like a peace offering kelp chip?
She'll like take it, but she still kind of scowls at you as she like munching on it.
Could be worse.
All right. I'm going to go to Jesus. Jesus! Jesus!
What?
Jesus!
What? What? Who is it?
It's me. It's me. It's Nerissa.
What
Does
time
Jesus
is
have
it?
his glasses on? Who's there?
What?
I don't know what time it is, but Brunk said it smells like 3 a.m. We have some important stuff to discuss. So we should all gather in Brunk's room and talk about a strategy. I discovered something big and I want to tell you about it, but we should also get Fletcher so that everyone on the team knows what's happening. You want to go meet in Brunk's room? I'll go get Fletcher.
Okay, I just need a minute. And then I lean over the bed and I throw up all the water that I swallowed during the day while I was being dragged to the ocean.
I'm sorry, man. I'm gonna like give you a pat on the back and like offer you some kelp chips as a.
Thank you. I'll go to Brunk's room now.
Can I offer you a kelp chip in these trying times?
All right, I'm gonna go to Fletcher's room.
I would have said, and I hate to do this, but Fletcher would have definitely put like a chair in front of the door. So I don't know what that means to try to get into my room mechanically. But I would have barricaded my door slightly. I'm in like a strange
Are
place.
there any windows?
Into my room?
Yeah.
I mean,
There's probably windows on the outside.
Are we multiple floors up, or is this a ground level thing?
This is like second floor.
I'm gonna go outside and like toss pebbles at your window.
yeah, I mean, I'll go to the window and kind of open it, but I'll send baloney first. So you'll just see my little squirrel slime. Arr?
Baloney! Baloney, it's me. Hey, get Fletcher.
Huh? Do I get to voice my own slime? I don't know.
Sure.
I just started doing it, sorry.
Fletcher.
Acorn?
Please. Help chip?
He'll go. And then I will come to the window. Fletcher has taken, like, I'm in, like, boxer shorts. So I'll open the window. Like, what? What are you doing?
Let me into your room. We have to talk.
This is weird.
I know. Let me in.
I'm just gonna close the window, but I will let you into my room.
All right, I'm gonna come around to the door.
When I turn around, Nerissa will be the only one who sees that I have a giant back tattoo of a raccoon wizard worshipping an acorn, and you'll see that. But I will like quickly put on like a robe as you enter my room. What? What do you want?
That's a
What?
cool tattoo.
Fletcher found
That's not what I came here for. Though.
Fletcher found a kimono in the closet and was just like, yeah, I'm about it.
Yeah, that's a sick tattoo, but not what I'm here for. We need to go meet in Brunk's room right away.
Wait, isn't it like 3 a.m.? It smells like 3 a.m.
How?
Don't we have to go fight the merman?
I don't get it.
He's like, how do you guys know that?
Yeah.
I feel like my time in the woods, I would know what time it was.
Isn't it like 3 a.m.?
Yeah. Don't we have to go fight the merman? Hold on, and I'll start putting on my. I'm ready. I can swim now. I'm gonna start putting on my armor.
Before that, though, we need to go have a little chat in Brunk's room. I discovered something big that I need to share with everyone.
Okay, but we should discuss if I'm going to use the shark, because I need to use it, and I'm just gonna start like going off about the dumb shark that we're using to trick this merman. Are we going together? Should I come now? Should I pack all my things? Are we leaving? What's going on?
Just come to Brunk's room right now. And I'm gonna like grab you by the arm and like start dragging you down the hall.
I'm like pulling on my boots. I will grab my like axe and stuff as that's happening.
Yeah.
I'll grab all my essentials quickly.
You all gather in Brunk's room, and as you do, I'm not even gonna give the perception check for it. You see out Brunk's window, which is facing the dock and the lake. You hear a couple splashes and a loud. It's like a yell, but not in a humanoid language. Like it's like you would understand it as Aquan. But you see this thing jump out of the water and dive back in.
Did he yell anything specific, or was it just a
It's like a
shout?
like a Yahoo yeehaw.
Cowabunga!
Is he hot? Yeah. Can I roll
Yeah,
for
is he
hotness?
Oh,
No.
yes is the answer.
Well, he's hot to somebody.
And as
Nerissa, I think we found you somebody to kiss.
as you gather in Brunk's room and you see this large creature, merfolk man, swimming in the lake, that's where we're going to end session for tonight.
I didn't see shit.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to tell you right now, the moment the first person walks back in, which is probably Jesus, he's probably the first one in there. Like, Brunk has one boot on and is like, has laid back on the has like fallen back on the bed and just laying there, just like with his feet on the floor, just back on the bed, just like. And as soon as you guys like walk in and the splash happens and you guys are like, oh my god, he wakes up, he's like, what, and that's it. That's the scene. That's the end scene.
For everybody watching
He
at
hasn't
home,
seen anything.
for everybody watching at home, thank you so much for tuning in. We'll be back tomorrow for more Sea of Stars, The Prince. Ellie unfortunately will be out, but Jonathan Jimson has that whole phasing thing. So Jonathan Jimson will be on a different adventure that we will also discuss when she returns the following week. Other than that, thanks to everybody who tuned in. We love every single one of you. We hope you have a wonderful day, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are. And as always, power to the players. Have a good night, and we'll see you soon.
Hey.